We are playing Red Hand of Doom, Electric Boogaloo. But before I let Patrick take it away, please look at the doobly-doo down below for our sister shows as well as our Extra Life link. But without further ado, take it away, Patrick.
Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome everyone to tonight's session. I will be playing all of the NPCs, putting these characters through their paces, and probably getting some of them killed. Joining me tonight are...
Hello, everyone. I'm Lorne, playing Dr. Padme Eisen, the Tiefling Artificer.
Hi, everyone. My name's Chris. I'll be playing Maximilian T. Justice, Dragonborn Paladin of Glory, who has just gotten himself some brand new armor, and then also got himself some more brand new armor.
Hi, Ian here, and I'll be playing Seymour Sunkissed, Warlock Newspaper Man. And tonight's top story, we travel with Fashion Television to Denovar to see what's in this season. No, I forgot the song for Fashion Television. Shit.
Oh my god, it's the Stone Roses, man.
Yeah, it's No, I keep fucking it up. Never mind.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara, and I should be playing Chirrup, the Kenku Bard of the College of Whispers.
I'm Stephanie, and I'm playing Molly Goldman, Socialist Cleric and Protector of the Proletariat.
Hello, Nabil here. I'll be playing as Habub of the Red Sands, a rogue phantom.
I am Brendan, and I'll be playing Julius, the Vidalcan Wizard.
Patrick, that's your cue.
He's
Oh, I
busy.
think he was
He's
looking
got
something
a.
He's
I'm
looking
busy
up
tracking
Fashion-
down a video,
He's looking for the Fashion Television opening.
and I found it.
In the meantime, Seymour,
Dun,
introduce your
dun.
familiars.
So, last session, the party pursued the scribe Curious Inc. into the wetlands outside of the walled city of Brindle. There, you ran into the black dragon Regiarix that you have been chasing across the Vale. And he toyed with you, joking and feinting about attacking, until Chirrup blasted him with a shatter, and things got nasty. During the ensuing fight, Curious Inc. actually began to aid you as Habub, your tabaxi, was rendered unconscious, and therefore this tabaxi sort of switched sides. But they ended up getting melted by Regiarix's acid breath for their trouble. After a couple of devastating hits, the dragon fled with the documents the scribe had brought from the library, along with Seymour's magic hat and a bunch of Seymour's gold. After you brought your comrades back to consciousness, you explored a small lair here, found a few interesting items, and questioned a lizard folk minion that you had captured and kept alive. They told you that the dragon had been looking for information on the pools of radiance, one of which was located under the Valinken graveyard in Denovar, as it would allow the map that was stolen from Witchcross to be activated, and this will show the location of some great item to do with Tiamat. He's not entirely sure what that was. The lizard folk also did not know that Bogclaw, the son of the slain lizard folk chieftain, had survived and now led the clans, and said he would return home and join up, but also said that some of the other lizard folk in and around the Rest Swampland actually revere Regiarix as a god. And another thing you managed to recover from the scribe was a letter to someone called Wormlord Koth, detailing the people and defenses of the small town of Drellin's Ferry where Maximilian is posted. And he recognized most of the names in the city, but not all. You then began the long, wet walk back to the tall 15-foot walls of Brindle. There are the towers, there are the massive gates that you are able to wander in and I would assume head back to Seymour's apartments to rest up and take care of the evening. Getting home just as night is fully hitting, you do notice that there is a fairly easy trail of destruction to follow in and around Seymour's apartments, as it appears the boar that Haboob had really overpaid for at the auction the day before had a fine meal of Seymour's mother's neighbors, the neighbors' neighbors, pretty fine gardens. And they're quite upset with you as you arrive. You can see a few of them standing on your porch, the pig sleeping contentedly off to one side as the group of you arrive.
So what you're saying is he fits in with the neighbors.
Your mom's gonna be pissed, Seymour.
Hey, that's a pretty nice pig. Whose is it?
You
That's
say
a
that
fair
as you
point,
step
Max.
forward,
Well-
and there is a very tall, very thin woman, thin-lipped, very pointed nose. You recognize her as Lady Basra, Seymour, and she just kind of clucks as you say that, Maximilian, and she says, "You should be arresting this man, having his pet ruin our gardens like this."
And I just kind of look at Seymour, and then I look at the pig.
What did I do?
I look at Seymour.
No,
and look at the
don't look
pig.
at me. I'm just here to report on this disaster.
I look at the regular party, and my eyebrow is as arched as you've ever seen it.
Europe just waves.
I
And
suspect
Boob.
the servants would have already butchered
Haboob
the pig.
raises his paw.
We will be speaking
And a hand
To the-
goes to the bridge of
Owners
Max's-
Association about the damage done to our gardens. Your wages will be paying for this, Seymour.
Pardon? It's not my pig.
The pig is on your property. If it's
I
not
mean-
yours, whose is it?
Seems to be a feral pig that's wandered in here as far as I know.
And with that, another voice sort of pipes up. It's like, "Oh no, I saw your guest bring that pig in here. It's not feral. It's not feral at all. And look, you can see where the rope was tied up in your garden. Don't you lie to us."
Well, I guess Haboob's going to be paying for it then.
It does not belong to this tabaxi, Simone. It is yours.
Well, I'm pretty sure you saw you at the auction.
Hi, Mrs. Sunkiss. How are you?
No, that's a neighbor.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is
it's
the
a neighbor.
neighbor.
His parents are currently out of town.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. What's the neighbor's name?
Lady Basra.
Hi, Mrs. Basra. How are you?
Okay.
Oh, hello, Molly.
Ready to sign my charter yet?
Oh, are you still following that charming religion of yours? That's lovely. I did give them a couple of copper for the last drive they were taking part in.
Just like you see her eye kind of wiggle in stress, and while looking at her house.
What was her name? Lady Basra?
Yes.
Basra.
Lady Basra, Ms. Basra, that's very generous of you.
Yes, indeed. I mean, knowing that's all you could
Why-
afford.
Are you not doing anything? Are you not a man of the law?
I believe that Brindle is currently out of my jurisdiction, but and then Max will pull out a book of statutes. I'll be looking through this to find out what restitutions are there to be paid. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure
we're
that-
gonna have to we'll have to pay for a druid to come in and regrow them.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that these are civil matters, not criminal matters, Miss Basra. but-
I will bring this up at our HOA. Don't you think I won't? I'll
Oh
be
my
speaking to
God.
your supervisor, young lion. Pfft, useless. And she will sort of stalk off.
Now, I'm presuming here, but she's not as rich as my family.
Oh, she is.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, that was probably that could have went better.
Well,
You
I'll
should
trust.
pay.
Yes, I'll trust that you people who, well, whatever you did got you into this, so I'll leave you guys to get you out of
I
this.
believe the fault is primarily with Haboob of the Red Sands.
I mean, the pig did the disaster. But,
Was
yeah.
it?
Wait,
Well,
you believe him, but you don't believe me?
Well,
I report the truth.
you write a tabloid.
I mean, yeah, that's generally what the Law and Order types say, but
Yes, it is.
You know.
All right. Well,
ACAP
Well, Haboob,
or
I
APAP.
I trust that you'll somehow find the gold to pay for all this. You seem to be pretty good at just finding gold.
What about a community pig roast?
Give me a dexterity
Charge
saving
pick-
throw, Seymour.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Is he going to catch my pig?
I think he might be having some tomatoes thrown at him or something.
See, I think something's getting hooked at me. Sorry, I just had the baby in my hand, so it's taking me a second.
Yeah, you are hit by a large, warm, slightly moist, what feels like a sack filled with what smells like pig dung.
Okay, who threw that? That is a criminal matter.
Wait. How did they collect the pig dung?
Wouldn't
That's
be
why
hard.
it's in a little sack.
Because, yeah, that is just horrible.
Yeah, who was that?
To cast Mage Hand as an
Yeah,
example of how you could do that.
What direction did that come from?
Give me a perception check. It is dark out, so
P for percent 6.
yeah. Chirrup and Haboob, you make out what appears to be a middle-aged man who is currently sort of ducking back behind a corner, who appears to be giggling to himself.
I
Did
Look
he
at
have a
your-
beard? I ask Haboob.
I follow him and I make those cheeking noises the cats make when they see a bird, and I'm indicating Chirp and anyone else to follow me. Max,
Yeah, I would like, sir, stop right there.
And you see, this man, very well-trimmed goatee, turns and looks at you and says, I heard you just say you have no authority in this town. You tell that man and that pig owner, and he points around his garden, and you can see his garden is just torn up. There will be more repercussions. That is only one clump of that pig droppings that I had
I
to
had
pick
better
up.
not. Okay, sir, I need
He just
to
then turns and walks into his house.
Sir, you know what?
No. Seymour will take the small bag.
Do not light that on fire and put it in front of his door.
Well, I think that's what I did it when I was a kid. That's probably why he's
And
still
you're
pissed at me.
not what 28, 30? I don't know how old Seymour is.
I just got pig crap thrown at me. I think a little civil disobedience is.
Okay. I am going to walk away from this situation before I get any further deeper into it. I have someone to report to. Dear God.
How old
Seymour.
is Seymour?
Seymour, may I see that bag? And I'll hold out the Mage Hand.
Is that actually a thing
Yep,
that
I will
that's
pass that along.
I pass the bag to Athena, who flies it away.
Are you gonna drop it in the chimney?
No, just away.
where did
Into
you
an alley
hear the
somewhere.
shadow came from? Our door or the neighbor's door?
Sheriff attacked the guy.
Okay, Sheriff, stop right there. I knock on the door. Sir, are you okay in there?
Fuck off!
Sure,
Oh.
that was an unprovoked attack.
Okay.
Seymour Sunkiss suffered no harm.
Everyone, I want everyone to stop what you're doing. Calm down. Sir, just give me your hand for a second. I can make it better.
No answer at the door.
I want no
Sure.
part of this. I'm going to go over there and fiddle with my chemicals.
Okay. Chirrup, we're going to talk. Don't do that again. I have to go report to the walk. Jesus Christ. Torm, save us. I'm trying to keep the casual vulgarity in character here. Torm, help us all. Okay, I have to go, and I immediately stalk off towards the garrison.
Abu,
All right.
we should deal with this situation you have acquired before it causes another issue. You cannot keep a pig while we are out.
I recommend it.
A boob of the Red Sands, you should figure out something to do with the pig.
Baby back ribs, anyone?
I mean, we could donate it to my collective, but it's pretty far away from here, correct?
Yes, that would be back around Neiman Gap.
Is there any other, like, offshoot collective I could donate it to?
I would say you've got a temple here in town that would easily be able to find something to do with it.
We can donate it to my temple, and then it shall help the people.
I mean, that's not really going to make him his money back so he can pay for the flowers. I mean, flowers aren't that expensive, but
A boob should be able to afford the flowers without issue.
Also, this is an important lesson for Haboob in engaging in capitalist systems. You always end up screwed in the end.
Also, this tabaxi is not in the habit of giving it away. I will consider selling it to your temple. But...
No. You give it to the temple.
Or I could raise the temple down. It could work. It works out.
Or I could go to the police with all the crimes you've committed.
Ari, that would be racial profiling, just because we had this conversation.
No, it's not.
I mean, it is a bit, but it's also true.
I do not believe we should report
You're
the boob of the
muted!
Red Sands to the police.
I was wondering if you were muted this whole time.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm muted. So Chirrup is going to take his money pouch, hurl it at Julian's feet, and stalk off. So there's 214 gold to do with whatever the party sees fit to fix this.
Oh, you don't need to do your full.
Nope, he's not listening. He is walking away.
All right, we'll pay this kind man back, and we'll give the rest
Yeah.
back to Chirrup.
Chirrup is pissed right now.
To the garden center.
How much do we think it would cost to replace the damaged gardens of these rich people?
Probably about 25 gold.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be much.
That's a lot of money.
Oh, okay,
It is
sorry.
fun,
From a player perspective.
From our current financial situation, that is not a great deal of money. From a standpoint of an individual living in the world, that's a fuck ton of money.
It is.
Oh yeah, we could probably buy a house for
I
25
do believe
gold.
this is primarily your fault, not Chirrup's.
Yeah, hold on to Chirrup's money for now.
You have caused substantial issue for Seymour Sunkist.
I mean, in fairness, I don't like any of these people, but yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
This tabaxi will make up for it. With the certain inheritance I came across through.
All right, so let's figure out how to do that. Should
You
we
can
just
leave
write
the
a
money.
letter?
You can leave the money with one of your staff, and they would be able to take care of it as you wish. I'm sure there is a gardener that everybody works with here in town that could be located.
Oh yeah, I guess I would know who. Well, I might know who the gardener is for the house. So
Your house staff would know.
Yeah,
You
your
wouldn't.
staff
yeah.
would know, definitely. You
Yep.
wouldn't have cared.
Just for context, by the way, the
Oh, Seymour likes talking to people. He gets lots of lots of his stories from people. So he talks to everybody.
the damages to the gardens are about 3 times the worth of the pig.
That's an expensive pig.
It is an expensive pig. More
Mhm.
expensive by the
A
day, as it
pig.
turns out.
Yeah, you know the gardener that has worked around this estate is a druid named Pilak that does very good work. Everything is kept and maintained, and
Does Seymour know what he likes to drink?
no.
Oh, okay. I'll try and find that out. We'll bring him a bottle from the liquor cabinet as I give
All right.
Boob a dirty
Include
look.
Additional monetary compensation for him.
Pardon me?
I was going to tip him.
Well, that's what the expensive bottle of booze is going to be for. Actually, we should probably send a few out to the other houses. Oof.
Yeah, the staff, sort of cluck a little bit as you enter the family wine cellar, but you were able to find decent bottles for them to distribute out.
And I'll head into the pit with them into the pantry and do some cheeses and shit too. Might as well do the neighborly thing. If Haboob's gonna pay the monetary price, I will pay the social price.
All right.
That's almost work. That's almost worse for someone of noble birth. But not Seymour.
All right. With that, your gifts are sent out. A letter is sent off to Pilak to meet in the morning at the house, if possible. And Maximilian, you head off to the guild.
Yeah.
Is there anything else anybody else wants to do tonight before your long rest?
There was something, and now I can't remember what it was.
Well, obviously, we're delivering the pig to my temple.
Oh no, I think we should maybe get the druid to talk to the pig and get it to relax, or maybe
Kill or sell the
The
pig.
pig's just hungry.
Oh,
The
yeah,
pig,
it's not
it
the
needs to
pig's
do-
fault.
yeah.
Yeah,
Seymour
he-
says as he slaps it lightly on the side and sits down on it.
There is something before everybody shuts over me.
Sorry.
We found in the lair the following items. We found a splint armor, a magnifying glass, a scroll, and 300 gold pieces, as well as a painting.
And didn't I cast Identify on some of those?
You did, and there was no magic, right? Like
Oh!
the magnify.
I hear the someone's in pain.
No, that's old, honey.
That's
Oh,
all.
that's old. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that was a result of Chirp casting Vicious Mockery on the old man.
Oh,
Max is
okay.
very- Yeah, for which Max is very seriously considering arresting Cherub.
What? All she said was his eyebrows look like 2 angry caterpillars trying to mate.
I know what that means.
Someone insecure.
But yes,
Unprovoked
we'll.
magic attacks on people is quite a serious offense.
Yeah, so when I'm at the guild, I'm basically going to do a full report, and basically to presumably the lieutenants, because presumably the captain is off doing something, and then I'm basically going to spend the night there, essentially awaiting my orders.
Yeah, Axenhaft, welcomes you, listens to your report, sort of nods grimly, and just says, well, I would think I would like you to follow this as far as it goes and go see what is under the graveyard, if you don't mind.
Yes. Either way, Denevar or Drellin's Ferry, anything to get me away from HOA politics.
Well, Drellin's Ferry, that is the big concern right now, are still Krulak and his men on the Iron Road, though. Your information about the kobolds was correct. They have also been skirmishing and robbing people.
Yes. There was a caravan driver that wanted an escort down to Denethor as well, for this reason. I think I'll join them. That'll probably give me the opportunity to at least foil at least one attack.
Aye, yeah, they're not the biggest fans of us in Denethor. They are, as you know, run by a merchant collective, so they don't really ask for our help too much, and in this case, it's of course our problem that it's one of our own, one of our former members that has been causing some of these issues. So
yes.
You may not want to wear your liveries, is what I'm saying.
Oh yes, of course. I don't think I can change much about the symbol of Torm engraved on my shield, but the rest of it I can probably stash in my pack. Oh, it's a merchant collective-owned city. Ooh, I don't think Molly's gonna like that very much.
Nope.
Have you ever been in a situation, Lieutenant Daxonhaft, where everything you do just makes things more complicated?
Once or twice. Why? Are you having issues with things you've done? I mean, you protected Witchcross. You did that out of the goodness of your heart and your oath, yes?
Absolutely, I did. I just think that...
Give me a deception check, mister.
No, I think I...
You took payment.
Oh!
Well, okay, fine. I wasn't trying to deceive him. I was
okay,
like,
yep.
Oh, yeah, and I was like, wait,
fair
no.
enough.
Oh, wait, no. No, yeah, about that. I think I might need to reimburse someone. Damn. I didn't.
How are you
think
feeling?
about it.
How are you? Sorry, how are you feeling about your actions of late? You seem concerned.
My primary concern is with the companions that I am traveling with. They seem to be very not respectful of the law.
Well, we have many in our ranks who are not really respectful of the law. I mean, it's easy to admit there are many that join the Lions out of a desire for power, control. Hell, some just to get off a farm and get good food in them.
I don't begrudge anyone that, but the other stuff, yeah, probably.
They are helping overall.
Yes. I am going to have a serious sit-down talk with a lot of people. Also, there's a thing with a pig and a bunch of flowers, and I think they're about to repay them, but I better make sure about that too.
Don't get bogged down by petty things.
Oh,
You've got a real job to deal with.
Believe me, I'm trying not to. Anyways, I'm gonna retire, but thank you for this talk, and yeah, I will gather everyone on the morrow, and we'll set up for Denethor to hopefully be able to head these cultists off this time. We'll see.
I will have some orders written up for you in the morning.
Excellent. Thank you very much, and I will retire to my quarters.
All right. You retire to your moderately Spartan quarters. I mean, it is a straw-stuffed mattress, very simple old wooden furniture that everybody here in the guild sort of lives with.
Excellent. It's exactly what Max is expecting. So did we actually ID that armor?
It was just standard armor.
Oh, okay.
And what was the scroll?
As a magnifying glass.
Yeah, the magnifying glass was a magnifying glass. The scroll. Let me flip through my notes. Hold person.
Hey.
So I cannot cast that spell. So it's someone else's.
I'll take it, but I've already got it in my book, so it would just be like a cast without,
The bard can also cast it, I think.
I can cleric.
And so can the paladin.
Yep.
I
I'll
can
see if
cast
we can do
Hold
it.
Person, can't I?
Possibly. I don't know
Maybe.
about
Oh,
warlocks.
that'd be good to give it to Seymour.
That's 3rd level, right? No, that's 2nd level.
2nd level. Because Seymour's still limited on spell slots, him having that as a backup might be nice.
Yeah.
I don't see that in the paladin spell list.
Oh, it might be a class-specific one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find my of
Vengeance
Glory
Paladin,
spell list
maybe?
Yeah, it's not under glory, so
Well, it would be really broken on a paladin.
What level's Hold Person?
2nd.
2nd.
Whole person is on bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, warlock, wizard,
Yes, I have it, yeah.
order of domain, oath of vengeance, oath of conquest, and oath of redemption.
All right.
Yeah, so like,
Half the
yeah.
of them get it. That's why I thought it was on their list.
All right. Well, next level I'll have enhanced ability and magic weapons. So hey.
So who's taking that one?
I suggest we give it to Seymour Sunkiss.
I could give it the old college try. I don't think I've cast many scrolls, but can't be that hard.
It gives you an option when you run out of spell slots, Ian, so it's not bad.
Yeah, no, that's more role playing than.
It will give you a captive audience.
Yeah, but nobody wants to listen to me. Oh yeah, 7 more hit points for the new day. Except for, I guess, Max, because he's not around. He's staying at the other place.
Chirp is also not around.
So we
Yeah,
got a full
I-
long rest?
Yeah, everybody gets a long rest.
Sorry, Tyra. What was that?
I was just saying, yeah, Chirp hasn't come back yet. You don't see him for the rest of the night.
And my new potion is swiftness. Not bad. I
Well,
can increase someone's walking speed for an hour.
With those two not being around in the morning when I'll do the temporary hit points, that means this is the first time Seymour gets to use the temporary hit points.
Yay!
And I
I
have
thought
one
you
person
couldn't
left.
do yourself.
Oh wait, I'll double check that. If not, then the pig's getting it.
So we
If
just
the pig will listen to me for 10 minutes.
So we're getting.
Can include yourself. So yes, I do.
So we're getting a long rest then.
Yes.
Style.
Okay, I've got everything reset here.
Yep,
It's
I'm
Right.
good.
7, right?
7, correct.
And Chirrup and Haboob, you run into each other in the morning in the guild house. You can see Haboob is, they're enjoying breakfast, trading in some coin, and you are both sort of brought in again by the leader of the guild in this area, and Rillor is loudly eating and just kind of sort of smacking his lips constantly and drinking what appears to be some sort of hot beverage. But he looks at the two of you and just asks, "You got plans?"
Chirp shrugs and looks at Haboob because he wasn't there last night to hear about plans.
If there was a plan, I completely phased out. So Habub just shrugged also. This one knows of no plans.
Well, if you're back in about a 10-day or so, we've got a job we might have for you if you're interested. You both paid up nicely, which is good. And then as you see a couple of shadows kind of slide by the door, and you hear a couple of sounds, Habub.
I'm having PTSD from those sounds.
Chirp will look at. Is it the boar? Chirp will look.
It's not the boar, but it's a couple of the other guild members that you saw at the marketplace who saw you do that, who are sort of making the noises and kind of standing in the door and grinning.
Chirp will just kind of roll his eyes and then turn back to R'hllor and
My
just
pr-
give a
yeah,
questioning whistle, like, what's the job?
Merchant score. We're still trying to figure out how big it is, but I think there's a fair bit of coin in you, but it'll take a few days' time, so if you've
Circle
got the
nod.
time, next time you come back through, look us up and we'll set you up if you're interested.
Yeah, Chirp is definitely interested. If we're back in time, he will return for this job.
this tabaxi is interested as well. Would love to return for this endeavor.
All right. And R'hllor will say that careful on your trip to Denovar if you're going with those merchants that I've heard you are heading out with. The road's a dangerous stretch these days, and it's not from us.
What have you
Chirp will
heard?
frown and nod.
Oh, the ex-lion and his former do-gooders have gone from seeking vengeance out of the merchant owners of Denovar to becoming simple thieves and harassing anyone along the road. We've even lost some of our goods going on the way, but apparently there's some new players, these kobolds that are causing a lot of trouble too, and I don't know, rumors even saying that they're sacrificing the people they kidnap to some sort of dark god. I don't know if I believe that, but makes for a good story.
So in addition to theft, there is death as well.
Supposedly.
Suppose.
Supposed to be headed by some sort of insane dragonborn who, sacrifices the victims for powers. Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway, not my problem, but just take care.
This tabaxi
Nod.
thanks you for the heads up. And Habub just takes, just as a show of appreciation, he takes out a gold coin and just slides it on the table towards R'hllor for the info.
Yeah, and in a very quick, almost sort of gesture, it's just picked up off the table and palmed, and you see him just sort of flip it across his knuckles.
Ooh. And in the meantime, did we get a chance to exchange the stones for the coins?
Yep.
Okay. So it's 11 stones. Sorry, just give me a second. My math is real shite over here. It's 11 stones, 110 gold each, 110. And how much is the percentage going to the guild? 10%, right?
10%.
So 11 gold to the guild leaves us with... Anybody good at maths? Because I'm kind of shit at it right now.
How much did you have?
111 stones. 11. I
Oh, so you had 110 gold, so 11 gold means you had 99 gold left.
99. So I divide the gold and silver, so 49 gold and 5 silver, between Cherub and myself.
Took care of this last session. Okay. So is it 49 gold you said?
49 gold and remaining 5. I'm assuming that's 5 silver.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, sweet. So 6, and then I'll tell. I'm only whispering this to Cherub. I'm paying for the garden issue for my own pocket. Don't mention this to anyone.
Cherub will just kind of shrug and nod.
All right. You meet up with everybody back at the Seymour Estates. You can see there is already a very tall, slender half-elf who is directing 3 or 4 other people and, making sketches to repair the garden at the Sunkissed and neighbors' homes.
And the Poop Flinger's house, damn it.
Oh, indeed. With that, a messenger arrives from Braden, letting you know that the caravan is prepared to leave in a couple of hours if you would still care to join them on the trip to Denovar.
I believe we are, right? That was the plan.
And yeah, Haboob struts into the house and drops a bag of gold on the table.
Max, this will, hopefully, if I did everything correctly, increase your speed for an hour by 10 feet.
Oh. Is this fur or hair floating in this?
Essence of rabbit, yes. It is part of the alchemical arrangement that enhances the liquid to actually give it power.
Right.
Essence. That's a hunk.
Yes. Badme, was the rabbit dead before you started?
Well, I actually took that from the butcher, so possibly.
Okay, good. I don't think the butchers around here are that sketchy. But then again, there was
no.
old Joe.
I did boil it before adding it, so it should be good. It should be stuff.
Well, I'm resistant to disease, so here we go. It's all good.
It is my potion for the day.
Yay.
And with that, you are able to find yourselves back with the caravan in the shopping district. Once again, Brindle is just a lovely, very successful sort of farming community and really the only walled city in the Vale. So everything is clean, everything is very tidy and organized. There are, vendors selling all kinds of heated and spiced nuts. There are fruit stands set up, offering samples and examples. It is just a lovely, charming city. And you find Braden and their caravan packing up, getting ready to go as the morning crowds have sort of thinned out and all the restaurateurs and merchants have, bought what they needed to. He sees you all, shakes your hands warmly, offers you, snacks and drinks and anything like that. And then, Seymour, I assume your wagon will pull up behind everything else?
Yeah, and I assume the pig's tied to the back. Are we bringing it with us?
Would you like to leave it here?
What,
With
in the
your-
apartments?
with your neighbors.
No.
Then
Yes,
I guess
it's
we're
tied
taking
up
it
to the
with
back.
us.
This Tabaxi already paid for his mistakes. He's not paying any more if it stays here.
Excellent. So I guess we have a pet pig now.
I was guard pig.
This
I
pig,
don't think pigs work like that.
this pig's name is Carl.
Carl.
Yes.
So last night I did wander over to the auction, and I talked apparently to the guy who bred it, and he said his father was a boar, his mother was surprised.
And
All right. Brahma.
Braden
Pause.
will look at the pig and just say, "Well, I'm sure we can find someone who can provide you with some feed." And he looks at the pig and just says, "You're going to need between 5 and 7 pounds of food a day, something that size."
Uh,
I
how, much,
point to the pig.
how much about is that?
He leans over, talks to one of the other merchants. They sort of go back and forth, and he says, "Well, yeah, you're looking at 5 silver a day for that kind of pig feed and care and water and everything else."
And how long is it till Denovar? How long do I know it is till Denovar?
It's a good 4 days.
4 days.
Solid travel.
All right. I will skip down to the local agricultural lot and buy about buy 3 gold worth of livestock feed.
That is basically a wheelbarrow that they use instead of a shovel to, provide you with a couple of good-sized crates of this kind of feed.
That's actually. Can we fit that in the wagon?
Yes.
I mean, sacks are better, but
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll take that in sacks. We got a means of conveyance.
Yep, they load it up into sacks then, and
Better
you are.
might be better actually. People
Sorry,
vote
what?
more, and we could just use a hand full to just scatter it, and he could eat.
Well, we'll deal with distribution a little bit later, but
Yeah, they put it into 5-pound sacks for you, and that way you have a few days of each set out, and the 3 gold will provide you with 6 full days of food.
and it's a
excellent.
pig. It's worst case we let it root around in the forest while we're sleeping at night if we stop to camp.
That sounds like a great way of getting wolves to eat your pig.
To be fair, it is. Do we have any intentions to keep this pig? I do not. I made this mistake. I admit it, but
You'll
It's your pig.
yeah, it's
What do
yours.
you want to
named
do with
it.
it?
You
I'm just-
named it.
I also call you by name, but I have no hesitation to bring you down.
It
Not-
just rubs up against you and coos and turns its eyes up at you and blinks them.
Aw.
Carl, no, we talked about this. Your dinner, or we're selling you off to someone else.
Well,
Max
I've kind of
leans
attached
down
it
and
now.
scratches it under the chin.
Plus, I
You
just
like-
want Patrick to make pig noises.
I think he likes you, Haboob.
Damn you, Carl.
It's those eyes.
Hmm.
They're
Ooh.
beady and full of rage. Sorry.
With that, you are able to load everything into your pleasure cruiser. The caravan of 8, carts and yourselves leave through the east gate of Brindle, heading out along the Iron Road down to Denovar.
So I think we're now the Trotters. That's our group name.
I like it. How many of us actually stabbed, though?
Have we ever stabbed anyone other than just decapitating or just Straight up.
It's a play on the shaggin' wagon.
I mean, I stab people
Good
all
play.
the time, but not in the wagon.
But what about
Maximilian,
what
I've never
was
seen you do a single point of piercing damage.
the
Yeah.
big truck in Mad Max, the new
Always
one?
lightning.
Ms. Tara Machine. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go with that.
All right, so are you all staying in Seymour's wagons? Are you spreading out through the caravan? How are you guys allocating yourselves?
Max is going to try to get into. Are we leading the caravan or are we trailing the caravan?
That is up to you.
Suppose we are in the caravan and that we are quite visible as active guards.
I mean, if we all just sit in the wagon and wait for them to attack, we'd all come out like angry clowns.
Yes.
Alternatively, we scare them off from attacking at all by being visible. A
Yes.
deterrent.
I was planning on being up front and being the big guy up front. But if we can get the familiars to do a little scouting ahead of us.
Athena is
Why not?
already in the air.
Yeah, Index will be up too. But why not instead of ahead of us, either side of us?
That works too.
Because they're more
Well,
likely to
ahead
come.
to the side.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like looking
Like
in
100
the
feet
forest,
ahead, yeah.
100 feet ahead and 100 feet out in the forest, kind of thing, looking for the ambushers on either side of the road.
That's pretty far out. Maybe like 20 feet? 30 feet?
50 feet.
Remember, because if they're at an angle, there's going to be a lot of trees to look through.
What's our psychic range with them? It's only 100 feet,
100
right?
feet.
So let's just do 100 feet at a whatever angle from the road ahead of us. 20-degree angle, I don't know.
All right. The first day passes easily enough, and you are able to have just a very pleasant day on the road. The weather remains hot and a little sort of stilted, but nothing of note happens. At night, everybody sets up, circles around. People are still nervous, you can see, but putting on a sort of brave face. And there's a lot of joking and a little bit of celebrating around the bonfire. Songs are sung. Some stories are told about rumors they've heard about, the kobolds and the dragonborn that leads them, killing and eating people. And the night passes. Second day.
How big is our camp when it's set up at night?
When it's set up, I mean, these are, a fair number of sized wagons. So, you would take up, off on the side of the road. I mean, you can see there are almost designated spots that people sort of pull off for camping and stopping along the way. So it's about 50 or 60 feet across. A lot of them are moved together as closely as they can, but there is a large central area where some tents are set up and there are fires.
Okay, I will try and cover as much of it each night as a 20-foot cube with my alarm spell, and I will have it set to be an audible alarm, and the camp would be made aware that this is in existence so that we have an extra layer of protection at night.
All right. Day 2 comes. Everybody is up early, packed, and ready to go. Give me perception checks from your familiars, please.
I get a new potion.
Are you sitting outside, or are you staying in your wagon, Seymour, as you have the highest passive perception?
I'd probably have if this is when we're camped, right?
Nope, this is when you're moving.
Oh, when we're moving, probably inside. But I'll be sitting at my window writing, so I'll at least see some way.
All right.
Index doesn't have perception, so that is just wisdom, right?
Yep. Wow. Both of you with 20s. I will say you both get notifications almost at about the same time from your familiars, that they have spotted what appear to be platforms in the trees. And with a 20, I will say they notice what appears to be a form sitting on one of these platforms.
All right. Invisibly, can Index go up and check it out, see who it is?
Indeed. And it's about 30 feet off the ground. Index sees very clearly a dead half-elf wearing what appears to be an older, more broken down version of Maximilian's armor. They have a very large wound in their chest, and you can see that it clearly looks like it's been there for a couple of days. It's got insects picking it over, and there is a bird that appears to be trying to pluck out one of the eyes. You can see there is a bow clutched in one hand. The quiver at their back is empty, and you see on one of the little side walls there are a series of 9 tally marks. And then next to these is another chalk sort of marking, which reads simply 1.
Now they still got him. And he looks like, so you said he's dressed kind of like Max, so he looks like one of those raiders that we're worried about.
Yes, I mean, it is, older and dirtier and a little more decrepit, but clearly it looks like old lion armor.
And Seymour will have Index continue the scouting because we're still moving ahead, right?
Still moving ahead.
And Seymour will stick his head out the
yell
window
stop.
and shout at Max
What?
that we need to stop up ahead. We need to stop!
All right, and I will signal to the caravan driver to pull over up ahead.
All right, yeah, you pull off to the side.
What is it?
I'll come, trapsing up past the wagons. Index saw some corpse up in a tree in a hide. Looks like maybe one of your fallen brothers.
Are there kobold bite marks on it?
Didn't look like it. Looks like he got shot, right?
There was a large wound in the chest. You didn't investigate further.
Oh, okay. I didn't look too closely, but large wound in his chest. Made me kind of queasy.
Why would
And Braden, is immediately sort of running. What's going on?
There are platforms as well, likely to be used by archers.
Yes, were there anyone else in the platforms?
Not that you saw. Scouting around, I would say you saw 2 or 3 other platforms empty.
And if we're stopping for a little bit, I'm gonna have Index kind of circle out to 100 feet and circle around the area.
All right, give me another perception check. What are those of you on the ground doing?
So
Index is on fire tonight.
Dang.
yeah, it's Braden, right? The caravan leader.
Yes.
All right, Braden. I need you to go back through the caravan. I need you to tell everyone to keep their heads on a swivel. There's a dead Grey Patriot up in the trees. We don't know what killed him.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah, he immediately sort of bucks up and sort of walks back to the next wagon in the caravan and passes this information along.
Should we investigate this?
I think a summary investigation should be made. It would not be stupid to see what might have killed him. It would give us insight in what we could possibly face in the future.
Sounds good. Haboob, can you climb up there?
This tabaxi will. And Haboob climbs up the tree to.
Wait.
Okay.
The tree is like 100 feet away from us, right?
The tree is about 20 feet off the road, but you can As you're flying around, you can see, I mean, branches have been cleared off, so there is a very clear line of sight from it down to the roadway.
But like we're not right by the platform, right? Like we're quite a ways away still, aren't we?
Yes, you guys are still on the road.
It might not be wise to go investigating alone. We don't know there's not still an ambush.
Right. Who else is good up in the trees?
Wait a minute. I think anyone could be.
I mean, I'm the quickest one to get up, investigate, and come back down, or I cut the body down. We can just investigate it to our.
Wait, is it hanging or is it just on the platform?
It's on
It's
the
just
platform.
sitting
It's on the platform.
Oh, it's on the platform. Oh, I can just go up and.
Yeah, you can
Whatever
climb
you-
up the tree without issue.
But again, it's Julius's concern that's cause of concern. It's
I'll call Index back to be able to give
So-
him the help action.
I'm going to, while Haboob is up in the tree, I am going to be nearby.
Guys, as Index is coming back, there's 4 more bodies, and I'll point in the direction that they're. And these ones are actually hanging,
Yes, actually hanging. It's the other side of the road.
like
Son of a
nooses.
bitch.
Yes.
I will point that out to everybody.
Who would want to set up a display like this?
it's
People who
either-
hate the Grey Patriots,
Or
It isn't Grey
potentially,
Patriots.
These
Potentially.
are great
people who
patriots.
hate them. People who hate the Grey Patriots.
it could be your people.
We don't do this.
You also don't rob passers-by on the road.
Yes, but that's the Grey Patriots. No,
So-
we bring their bodies back.
Maybe
Seaboard.
some
How
care
far
about
away are
not
these
lucky.
bodies? Sorry.
15 feet off the road, and they are hanging only like 7 or 8 feet off of the ground, but they're in sort of thicker brush hanging from a larger old, what appears to be an oak tree.
Would I know
Seaboard.
of any organizations that this is like a calling card of?
You heard that the Claws of Tiamat are currently in a struggle against the Grey Patriots for ownership of this route.
Could I investigate them to see if there would be some sort of triggering mechanism if we tried to take them down? That would.
Steph,
No,
Sure,
that's-
give me an insight check or an investigation.
Steph said she was going to give me guidance.
yes.
I will take that guidance.
No.
Yes, you see that the nooses are in fact lined up. So if you were to try and cut or remove one of these bodies, a section of the trees around you would be triggered to collapse in on you.
I point that out to the group.
I think it might be worthwhile if they're going to trap the bodies like this to leave them up there.
Well, I mean, can't
The
we just
smell's
stand
pretty
back?
terrible, also, Badme.
Can't we just stand back and mage hand the trap off and then get them
We
out of the
could.
debris?
Mage Hand is pretty weak, Ian. If-
Yeah.
25
Yeah,
pounds.
it's only it's
Yeah.
more than 10 pounds, so Mage Hand wouldn't do it.
Oh,
but maybe-
wow.
if,
fine.
if anything,
Mage hand a dagger over and slowly cut through with 25 pounds of pressure. That
or after we're gone, give the dagger to your familiar and have them cut it when there's no one around to be badgered.
Well, except for Index.
But knowing where the trap is and how it's supposed to go off, he could place himself in the most advantageous position to be able to escape.
That's true.
Does it matter if the bodies are in the trees?
I'd
I'm
rather
thinking more for if so the next person who comes along might be a good Samaritan and want to cut them down. They won't get hit.
Yeah, this is meant to harm passersby. We probably shouldn't leave this here. Do I think I could get a grappling hook around the branch that's triggered to come down?
With a good athletics check, sure.
Okay. I
Can
haul out-
Index just carry it up for you?
Molly Goldman? Could you sacred flame the ropes from a distance?
I could.
Sacred Flame doesn't work on objects.
Ah.
So,
Ooh.
real quick, our four cantrips that we have to go with. Psychic damage doesn't work on objects. Fire damage doesn't work very well in a forest. A spell that and 2 spells that physically cannot target objects.
I have mending.
Correct.
I mean, that does target objects.
Batter.
I mean, it's not a cantrip, but
Yeah, no. Ray of Frost requires a creature in range.
Yeah, let's not use that kind of resources for this kind of work. All right, so I will get my grappling hook out and I will give her a good throw. 23.
Absolutely, yeah. You are able to get the grappling hook easily around the branches that have been pointed out that will collapse and tumble down.
Okay, and I give her a good hard pull.
Yeah, they are, very well constructed, so it's a very easy trigger. And yeah, even from a distance, they immediately fall and would crush anything that was, within about 10 feet of those bodies. So there's a large, massive crashing sound through the woods. You can see birds like take out off of the branches from the surrounding areas. It's almost as loud as chirps, shatter spell, but
I mean, not as entertaining.
no. And then when your ears kind of stop ringing, you realize everything is still quiet in the area. The bodies above are now sort of swinging lightly back and forth on the ropes holding them.
Okay, well, that's been disabled. Want to cut these guys down?
Yeah.
And Haboob, you have climbed up into the enclosure on the far side. Like I said, you can see this half-elf has clearly been dead for a few days. Large wound in their chest. The state of the body and the smell suggest it's been there for a couple of days in this heat. And as I said, you can see insects crawling across it. A couple of scavengers were picking at it, but that loud boom has scared them away. They have a bow clutched in one hand, but the quiver on their back is empty. And you see the 9 tally marks and then the single 1 beside it as well.
9 tally marks. Okay.
The tally marks on the bow, yes?
They're on like a tree beside the platform here. So they were clearly keeping score on the tree.
So this.
whoever left
character-
the tally mark on the next to the body was perhaps a target, or someone who intentionally went after the Grey Patriots.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's that's the score marker for whoever hit these guys. I look up in the tree. Do I see any more chalk marks, like the hanging bodies?
You don't see chalk marks, but you do see a symbol you have seen, which is that of the 5 claws that have been carved into the tree.
And I point that out to everyone. I'm like, yeah, it's them.
Wow, rather.
The enemy of my enemy is still my enemy.
Yep. All right. It's more dignified if we cut them down. I know this is gonna suck.
Yeah, that's on you because I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the
All
smell.
right.
I mean, I can Mage Hand Dagger now safely, right? And just cut them down like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will grab a dagger and just cut them down.
We should get a serrated knife in the next town for doing this.
What is a serrated knife?
Like a bread knife, but sharp.
They have all the tools you would need as part of this caravan. There is some grumbling that you're even showing any respect to these people.
Look, guys, I don't like these people either, but I'd rather not them be hanging in a tree. I have enough respect for them as people to at least set them on the ground.
Gibbet or better.
But not much more than that. I would like to try to be better than the Claws of Tiamat in at least one respect.
Yep, let's do that, and I guess we move on.
Oh, Brayden.
Check their gear.
Brayden, I've been told that going into Denevar wearing Lions livery is probably not the best. Probably not the best idea. I was planning on stowing that before we got to the town limits. But do you have any sort of like large cloak that I could borrow?
Oh yeah, he pulls out 3 of them in a variety of colors. One is sort of a muted brown, one is gray with some black sort of woven through it, and then one is almost a bright sky blue.
Ooh. All right. I will say all right, thanks. And I will grab the muted brown one. And I am going to essentially hide the livery that I have for now. And be ready to sort of present it at an opportune time.
The dramatic reveal is what he's going for.
Absolutely. Paladin of Glory, after all.
Oh, if you're looking for something like that, I do have a cloak that will billow on command.
Ooh. I might be interested in purchasing that. How much?
I will check our supplies and let you know the next stop. We're going to be at the... it's kind of nice. We'll be at the paddock tonight.
Oh, excellent. Sounds good to me.
All right. Are you going to bury the bodies or just cut them down?
I'm just gonna cut them down. I don't think we have time. I don't think we want to be caught out here.
Yeah, the merchants don't want to give you much more time than cutting them down.
We cut them down. We set them together on the ground, and we give it a politeful nod, and then walk away.
Yep, that's all I'm willing to give these guys.
All right, and with that, the caravan picks up again, and the rest of the day goes along peacefully. You do get a little murmur of excitement. Everybody's sort of happy to be stopping at the paddock. And when you get there, you see why. I mean, it looks like a herd of wild horses. And it's almost correct. It's an entire herd of horse statues. Dozens upon dozens of them freestanding, no bases. And the vast majority are still upright. You can see... they clearly have been here for years, and as the caravan sort of pulls in and mixes in and amongst them, Brayden will sort of tell you that, no one knows who sort of crafted them or how long they've really been here. They surround a clearing with an old kind of lonely tree in the center that clearly has been used as a campsite by many caravans over the years.
This is creepy. Well, I guess I assume I've been here if I was traveling around for the different towns for the paper.
Yeah, the paddock's great.
Still creepy every time I come here.
Oh,
I swear that horse moved. Oh wait, that's a real horse.
He didn't. Yeah. Hey, get out of here. He didn't move. It's just, a trick of the eyes.
You don't recognize the horses in the water?
I get that.
Fear casts minor illusion on a statue.
Oh my God, it's moving.
To do what?
To freak Seymour out. Like,
see,
not
it's moving.
not actually trying to scare him, just to playfully oh, it's moving kind of thing.
See, I wasn't crazy. That one just twitched. You all saw it. All right.
So we'll
set up camp.
Yeah, set up camp. Keep a watch.
How'd the pig enjoy in the 2 days of travel?
It's gotten sick a couple of times. It does not like being on the cart. It's happiest as soon as you stop it. It kind of drops and gives itself a sort of dust bath.
Aw, Pigly.
Well, I thought he was walking behind or alongside.
Yeah, why would
How
he be
fast
walking?
are we going? It might be like we don't want to National Lampoon's Summer Vacation. The poor thing.
Yeah, you try putting it behind the cart, but it cannot keep up with the horses, and you nearly strangle it.
Oh, it's sharing her boob's bed. That's just how it's gonna have to be.
Thanks for volunteering, Seymour.
No, your bed.
Nope.
A boob of the red sands is your hog.
You're living high hog now. But let us, we set up camp. Seymour will pen a short story for the paper about the ambush site and the horse statues.
All right, and Maximilian, you see Braden coming towards you with a soft, sort of dove gray cloak, and he, holds it up sort of in front of you. You can see the inside is this incredible sort of scarlet color, and he puts it on and then, speaks a command word, and you can see it just billows dramatically out around him. Collar standing up, the back going. It looks like he is standing in front of, a strong breeze, but he then kind of clicks his fingers and it falls down to a regular cloak, and he, puts it over one shoulder and just goes, 65 gold.
It's a little steep. I can afford it.
I mean, part of being a lawman is looking like a lawman.
Yeah, it's true.
Can you afford not to have it?
Oh, you are doing the thing with the marketing. I appreciate that. Tell you what, I'll give you 50 for it.
Give me a persuasion check.
14.
57. Got a deal.
I felt like I've haggled. That's all I needed to do. All right.
All right, 57 gold. You have yourself a cloak of billowing.
Sweet. All right.
I can't wait to get a character with a skirt of billowing.
Calm
Oh,
down,
you just-
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, never mind. All right. So yeah, Max will keep the for the remainder of the journey until necessary. Max will keep the cloak around himself.
Hey, it only costs a bonus action.
It only costs a bonus action to
And
make a
57
hell of an
gold.
entrance.
And 57 gold.
And 57 gold. But I'll amortize that over the rest of the campaign. It'll be worth it.
All right. The night passes uneventfully. Morning comes. Caravan keeps moving. Give me perception checks for your familiars.
Not so good.
19.
Yeah. Athena sounds a notice as up ahead there are broken wagons and corpses on the road.
I will alert Max,
Oh,
who
yeah.
I assume is going to have direct line to stop the caravan.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, caravan comes to a halt.
All right, that's bait.
Seymour Sunkist, would you like to have your familiar go investigate? It is a bit more subtle than mine.
Yes, absolutely. And I will send in Index Invisible to scout out the area. And I'll look through his eyes so I can use my skill. Oof. Well, clearly Taz of Tiamat. And Seymour will start narrating what he sees. A line of wagons, bodies on the road, kobolds and men, and a horse way over there.
I'm assuming the rest of you will join Seymour at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, and remember your 7 temporary hit points, Max. And Chirrup, you got it now again.
Yeah, so on the road in front of you is clearly a caravan that had been ransacked. But you see both kobold and human bodies scattered across the ground as well. Rocks and horses sort of lining up in front of you as well. It is a scene of carnage.
Does it
Patrick,
look like the rocks have fallen, or
or
been
were
rolled
they
off,
thrown?
or were they thrown?
Go look and investigate.
I will send in the owl and then investigate through her eyes. I don't have a token.
Yeah, I'll do same thing for Index. We're gonna see what happened here.
I'm gonna step
Chirp
off
gonna
and
hop
be able
down
to-
into
Oof.
the brush and stealth just in case.
Yeah, Max is gonna be sort of cautiously
And
approaching undercover.
I get up as far as there. I don't know if I can make an investigation check from there or not.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, hard to tell from here, how everything went down. It does look to you, Athena, that, these stones were rolled down rather than thrown. Max, you almost immediately recognize that most of these dead human bodies are, again, look like the same sort of clothing from the people you cut down from the hanging tree.
So, more Grey Patriots?
Looks like Grey Patriots and Kobolds.
This looks like the scene of a battle between the Claws and the Patriots. The boulders, they were rolled down. The hill's presumably up on our left, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I sort of point up to the left and say, that's where the boulders came from. Might want to get someone to check up there. And I'm going to cautiously approach one of these bodies here.
All right, Haboob, from where you're standing next to the horses, what are you trying to investigate?
Basically the same thing as everyone aware what happened. Like, how did people die out? That's pretty much that was my question. And since Max pointed out that the rocks came from which direction? The left side, right?
Correct.
Okay, so Max said if someone could go out and check it out on the left side, I'm gonna head out in that direction, in the general direction he pointed.
Yeah, and you can see there are footprints in the ground, clearly where it looks like a couple of people shoved and rolled some of these rocks down. Chirrup, you are quietly making your way through the underbrush up towards the carnage. Is there anything specific you are looking for?
Tara, are you muted?
Yes, my cat's being noisy. Sorry. I'm looking for like any unusual tracks if I happen to see anything, but I'm more concerned with just honestly just staying hidden in case anything pops out at us.
All right, you can give me a perception check or an investigation, your choice.
What am I better at? Perception.
You do notice a line of tracks that are mostly humanoid, but appear to be larger clawed footprints as well, that are being escorted away from the carnage.
Do they look like dragonborn tracks or large kobold tracks? Would I be able to tell that?
Give me a nature check.
I'm assuming I would at least recognize if they're Dragonborn, considering I travel with one.
They're in that family for sure.
Okay. Chirrup will give a sharp whistle and point down at the ground.
Ooh.
He'll point to Max and shake his head, like, not his tracks.
All right. So they're being led away from this scene. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is anyone still alive, or are they long dead?
From what you can see, everybody here seems to be quite dead. There appears to have been a very pitched battle between the two forces.
Do these kobolds look like they're of the, what was it, the gray...
The Claws of Tiamat.
Claws of Tiamat, or the Grey Legion, or whatever it's called?
No, the Great Patriots are the humans. The kobolds are definitely part of the Claws of Tiamat. So it looks like they both went after the same caravan, or one group interrupted the other.
Does my detect magic, when it finally goes off, catch anything?
It catches the weapon on one of the downed Grey Patriots. There is a short sword that glows magical.
I will go over and pick it up. I don't have Identify prepared today, but I can do it tomorrow and identify it then. I will say, this one is magical. I do not see other signs currently.
I will start casting Identify as a ritual.
All right. It is very cold to the touch when you pick it up.
Does it burn?
No, it's cold.
Oddly cold.
Frost.
Interesting.
Frost brand short sword. Frost brand short sword.
I don't think it's a Frostband short sword. We're too early in a campaign
We are
for
far too
Frostband.
early, yes.
It's probably something from the Griffin's. What's it called?
Battle bag.
Yes. So, thank you.
Quickly, hopping up on this wagon and going through sort of the, I assume, fully looted containers. Is there anything?
No, they are completely looted.
Okay.
And checking these farther away bodies.
Yeah.
Index is just, you can see him tagging kind of like where each body is so people can come search them.
Yeah, and I will say, as you head over by the shore, you can see what appear to be pilings from maybe rafts. So it looks like one of the groups, the footprints that Chirrup spotted, head down to the water side. So it looks like whoever was taken was put on a raft.
And Seymour will come out of the wagon and the smell will hit him and he will start retching into this bush. And there's also one way up north here. Someone wants to check it as well.
Seymour
Or I guess that's
Sunkist.
just a horse.
Seymour Sunkist, are you uncomfortable?
Oh, it's just the smell.
We are likely to encounter far more bodies in the remainder of our adventure.
Also, didn't we just spend time in a sewer?
Yes. Oh. Don't remind me. Remember, Seymour didn't like that either.
All right, let's see if we can find a good route around this for the caravan. And
I mean, I don't think there's much of a route because it's a cliff to the left and a cliff to the right.
is it a cliff?
Yeah, I think it's we get a bunch of people to stand guard as the rest of us clear the path.
Yeah. All right. So I'll head back and confer with Braden. Sort of inform him of what we found and see if we can get him to hold the fort here for an hour or so while we clear the road ahead.
Yeah, with everybody's help, as long as you are keeping track and watching over, it takes a couple of hours to clear the road completely, but you do manage to do so, and
Seymour and Index will do air support and just make sure we don't get snuck up on.
yeah, everything appears
assume-
quiet.
Yeah, I would assume that those of us who aren't fairly physically inclined would be doing Overwatch, and anyone who at least was moderately capable would be helping remove stuff.
And I
from the
Now
just
is
I
hardly
just
the-
forgot something.
Now is hardly the time to play Overwatch.
Nice. I just realized also Seymour will hear people like straining with a particularly big boulder and sigh and have to come out and push it because now I have a 19 strength.
Oh yeah,
Guidance.
get out here and help us.
All right. That
He's
was it.
stronger than Max,
He's
isn't he?
stronger than me.
I am. I could just lift the wagon over.
Wait, why have we not let those to Max?
Because I bought them
He did buy them.
Yes, he did. Yes.
with hard-earned investment money.
Roll my eyes
That
at
was a damn good investment.
It was. All right.
So we,
Yep.
we spent the rest of the good portion of the morning or the afternoon clearing the road and moving on, getting the caravan through the blockage.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
I
sure the
assume-
pig is happy.
I assume I did look over everything, and the only thing of interest was the sword.
Correct.
Okay, good.
And good news, we don't need to feed the pig today.
Ew.
Frightening.
That's a horrible idea.
I see somebody's watched the movie Snatch.
I would rather
No.
the pig not obtain a taste for humanoid flesh.
That, and,
Horses.
you know, my mother grew up on a farm, so I actually have been on a farm before.
And
Pigs, that once they get a taste for something, it's part of what they know they can eat. It's why you literally leave them one thing to eat, and they stick with that.
So, wouldn't it be good if we're fighting many, many kobolds for him to have a taste for kobold?
we acquire a
not go-
kobold companion.
Yes, let's not go down that road.
Horse is fine.
Also, we like our horses.
I
Alright.
once heard a tale of a kobold by the name of Meepo, who was quite a good friend to many adventurers.
What happened to Meepo?
About
Assuming like
Meepo.
every other kobold, he died.
I think when I ran it, Meepo got frost dragoned or frost breathed.
Yes, that is what happened.
All right, so clearing the road and moving on.
All right, yeah. You continue on. I will say the next couple of days to Denevar pass uneventfully. Everybody is quite shaken. And spending time with the short sword, you realize it is the ice pick. It is a +1 short sword, and it deals an extra 1d6 cold damage.
So it's a Frostborn light weapon.
Frostbrand Light.
Frostbrand light, yeah. It doesn't have the ability to turn off sources of fire.
Lord,
Nope. Or fire
what do you
resistance.
mean it's not a frost brand, it's off brand.
Who should we give this to?
Ah, great value Frostband.
I'm
does it
eating
require
great
a
value
pigment?
chips and they're terrible.
Does it require attunement, Patrick?
It does not.
Actually, real strong.
Yeah.
Haboob of the Red Sands. If you find yourself in a melee,
Actually, hang on a second. Let me check. That might require attunement.
This tabaxi
For
would
damage,
never be
usually
invasive.
would. That's like,
I don't remember if it does or doesn't.
but that would be good for. Would be quite advantageous for Haboob of the Red Sand.
That's why I
Oh.
have this.
Yes, it does require attunement.
I mean, we don't have any attunement items really at this point, so
Yeah. What does
Um,
Haboob have?
Well, Haboob has my repeating bow that I made for him.
yeah.
The infused short bow. Yeah.
But also like in a melee that's not great. And it is a finesse weapon, a finesse melee weapon.
How about Chirp?
Yeah, I could use it.
Seymour's
just
just
want it.
desperately hoping no one notices he's not even carrying a single weapon.
Yeah, but you go pew pew.
I believe that Mystical Focus would disagree with you on that.
This is a rod for my printing press. It's for luck.
So,
yeah.
I don't know if Molly is proficient in martial weapons or not.
Let me see.
I
What
think
depends.
Molly
Isn't that
should be.
standard for clerics? I thought.
No,
No,
cleric
no,
gets
it is-
a
Depends on the
couple of
kind
very
of cleric.
specific.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think order. It's yeah. You are
Nope.
order, correct?
Order, yeah, and
Yeah,
no.
I don't think order is no.
Hold on,
Mm-mm.
you're a
Just
communist
simple weapon.
Actually, hang
cleric.
on. What is Max's weapon?
Longsword.
+1 longsword.
+1?
Plus
Or
one.
just-
It's a nice pick, not a sickle.
Well, I mean,
Actually, no.
on average, this deals the same amount of damage. Or yeah, no, not the same amount of damage. At minimum, this deals the same amount of damage.
Oh. And a short sword
It
isn't
is not,
a
it's a martial weapon.
is a martial weapon, not a simple weapon. Ah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
the only martial weapon that monks get proficiency with. This would actually be really good for Max.
Think
you
so?
get higher minimum damage.
You get equivalent minimum damage.
Yeah.
No, you get higher because you have 2 dice that you're rolling. Minimum damage on each would be 1.
Oh yeah.
So you have 1 higher minimum damage and higher overall maximum damage
Yeah, because it's
with a better average. Well, with the same average, I think.
This is a piercing weapon, yes?
Higher average.
Yes,
average.
it is a piercing weapon.
It's 2d6. It's the same average damage as using a greatsword.
Yeah.
In one hand.
Oh, you are telling me things that are actually kind of
It's
tempting
like
here.
one-handing a greatsword.
It is like one-handing a greatsword. That's half cold. Okay, you know what? If none of our roguey
Well,
Barbie
Chirp mentioned wanting it.
was Chirp gonna take it?
If no one else wanted it, because I'm very much a ranged character, so I'm okay with holding off on getting a magical melee weapon until as a last resort thing, because I'm not in melee very often. Is just so I'm okay with holding. I would like it, yes, but I'm okay if somebody else wants it more, or if it's better suited to somebody else.
Okay, well that's
Haboob doesn't want it. I mean, I'm okay being in the background.
yeah. Okay, well honestly, that's probably not the worst option. Ice pick. All right, to me this would be a rogue's weapon, but yeah.
Up to you guys.
2d6 sounds good to me.
Okay.
Max, that looks so tiny in your big hands.
It's still a short sword. Like, it's still a full sword. Like,
But it's short.
Yeah, no, a short sword is not a small weapon. Like, it is a machete.
Yeah. No, it's I agree with with Julius's
Mac, if you got another short sword,
I'm really relying on this shield.
you could dual wield.
Yeah, again though, I am really relying on this shield.
Oh, and Julius, Chirp will keep refusing.
Yes,
it.
every day I will continue to offer it back.
All right.
I don't know what this is about.
Well, you might as well invest it for her, so it's at least making some money.
I do not believe that is what Chirp would do with his money.
So, paying Thieves Guild fees and drinking.
Yeah, Chirp's just kind of like refusing it on principle at this point.
I don't think anyone's completely sure what the principle is.
I believe Chirrup is upset that I accused him of something untoward with the...
Rampant piggery.
No, the attacking an unarmed civilian with their magic.
Ah.
No one's talked to Chirrup, so no one knows. He's just refusing it outright at this point.
At this point, it's kind of hard to talk to Chirp because you just get whistles. It's like being
Hey, I have a
catcalled, but
pen and
less
paper.
fun.
I have
Yeah,
a pen
sure.
and paper, and I can make simple words. I can communicate when I have to.
I
Sure.
know, I'm just teasing.
Hey, Chirp, how are you?
What is our issue?
Okay.
I don't believe I did... I don't believe I said any falsehoods. I was
Oh,
far
are we really-
angrier at Haboob than I was at you. Or frustrated with Haboob of the Red Sands than you.
So Chirrup will actually, if Julius wants to have this conversation now, anyone else who's wants to jump in is more than welcome to. Chirrup will actually fish out of his pocket a letter and hand it to Julius. And the letter is going to read, "You can word it however you like, but the man attacked a comrade and threatened the party. I would have been more than happy to plant an arrow in his back or trade his space for a crater in the ground. Instead, I called him a name and gave him a headache. Your ways are not mine. I respected yours by not killing him. Respect mine by not trying to change me."
I am not trying to change you. I am merely trying to ensure you don't... Your ways don't cause great negative impact to the party. Magic is a responsibility.
Yeah, Chirrup basically is trying to explain that, he saw the man as a threat to the party, which is why he did what he did. And yes, he may not have been a very great threat to warrant being killed, but he was still a threat and needed to be dealt with, and Chirrup felt that was the best way to deal with him.
Inspiration to you both for that.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. I will continue to offer you this every day until you take it back.
And Seymour will just clear his throat and be like, "That's uncomfortable."
And Chirrup will just nod and, as Croak, in broken comment, I will continue to refuse it.
How much gold's in this pack really quick so I can put it in my inventory?
214.
214, alright. Not in my gold, but just
Yeah.
All right.
With that, the caravan reaches the gates of Denovar. You can see almost immediately there are wanted posters up on the walls, clearly for Sand Krulik, leader of the Grey Patriots, wanted for banditry. But the town itself is located on the shores of Lake Erne. It's clearly the largest community here in the Vale. So for most of you, this is the first major city you've seen. And, as you enter through the wider streets, you can see there are quite a few temples lining the way, but the people here you can see look almost excitedly and desperate at this caravan as it comes in, and immediately you're sort of running up to it and almost trying to throw money at it, looking for food and goods, as clearly the bandits have almost starved this place of some of the basic items that they need.
And it looks desperate, like Seymour's never seen before, kind of thing.
Yes, I mean, it's clearly still a well-off community, but the caravans have obviously been, impacted, and this has
Supply
caused
chain
trouble.
issues.
Indeed.
Excuse me,
And
Patrick, I'm here to escape reality.
oh, you will. So Braden, will head into the central plaza, and he says, "I will thank you," and he pays you the 100 gold that he offered you to make this trip with him.
Each, right?
Yes. As he says that, the goods they have brought in here more than make that worthwhile.
Max is going to put a hand on Braden's shoulder and say, I do it to keep people safe, and hand it back to him.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty
You're
sure
not-
Haboob just like died inside.
You're not... Remember, you're not a member of the Lions right now. You've done a great job.
I'm not a member of the Lions right now, but I am a member of the Chosen of Torm.
I don't remember Torm ever taking a vow of poverty.
Tell you what, give me enough for lodgings here. We'll call it even.
Deal? He hands you 20 gold.
Excellent. Which I will then presumably be spending very shortly on lodgings.
Well, you do
You
have...
can stay in the wagon.
Yeah, you do have your own traveling RV.
Yeah,
I think you're next to Haboob and the pig, but
Carl's cool, people.
With
Is that
that,
right, Carl?
you have reached the town of Danavar. Let's take a 5-minute bio break, and you guys can head to the graveyard if you wish.
all right, be right back.
All right.
Oh, and then yeah, I'll do that when I get back. Be right back.
That's not ominous at all.
Well, for all I know, you guys are just going to try and go shopping.
Makeover,
I mean, we did just
makeover?
get gold. 260 gold's what I'm sitting at right now. What can I buy for that?
Well, you'll find out, but you do know you are, on a time crunch to stop these cultists.
So, is this the kind of town that's likely to have elephants for sale?
Sorry, Patrick. I gave him the means.
Oh, I'm not spending Chirrup's gold. Chirrup's gold is in a bag.
This
Separate
would
from
have
my
been a
bag.
town where you could have found elephants, but because people are starting to starve,
Oh no,
they no longer have elephants.
people don't eat elephants.
They
They
do
do
if
when
there's
they're
a group.
hungry.
Yep. All right, I'll be back.
So yeah, you see a large lot that is Ernest elephants for sale, but it is unfortunately empty, and you see a man crying into his hands.
Aww.
Did none of them have? Do no druids live in this entire city?
This is a merchant town.
they
Druids are
never-
out in the countryside.
Have they never heard of good berries?
Merchant town, it means 3 things, meaning gold.
A boob of the red sand.
Indeed.
What happened the last time you went looking for gold?
I'm sorry, Julius, I can't hear you over the shinings.
You are immediately beset if people see your pig, and they are offering you, 5 or 6 gold for it almost immediately.
I hear
Good
auction
rid.
coming on.
We can rid ourselves of this burden, right? now,
Oh, finally I can get
and
rid of Carl.
ingratiate ourselves to the town.
So we'll figure that out when we get back in a few minutes.
Oh my god, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna mess up.
I just got back. I thought we were... Okay.
Well, not everybody leaves. Some of us continue to roleplay while everybody's gone.
Sorry, Patrick gave me a really awesome idea, and and Julius and I were just role playing that idea.
Oh no, it's a perfectly good idea. I wholeheartedly approve of Julian's idea. Julius's idea.
Ingratiate ourselves to the town, get rid of this goddamn pig.
Wait, you can't say that in that voice. Say it in your Julius voice.
Julius cannot use the phrase goddamn.
What kind of a vernacular speech pattern does Julius have? I'm trying to figure that out. It's so
Emotionless, yes.
emotionless, very Vulcanish.
Fun fact: that letter was actually written for Max. Because Chirp was pissed at him, and then with the whole lot of character stuff of, oh, I'm gonna have to have a talk with my party members. Like Chirp was I was fully expecting him to sit Chirp down and be like, look, Chirp, you done fucked up.
So basically, Julius
Sure, it
got,
done a little bit.
so basically Julius got in the crossfire of your letter.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm back.
she hit Julius's like button, which is using magic on people who don't deserve it.
And Chirp's viewpoint is like he deserved it. He needed to be dealt with. He didn't need to be killed. But attacking a member of the party and then threatening the party, Chirp wasn't gonna let that slide.
Brendan, the player, has bad memories of assaulting nobility in game. He's definitely, if he's hanging out with in Seymour's neighborhood, he's definitely somewhat powerful. Even if they are, a horse's ass, probably not a great idea to piss them off.
Yeah, we'll see if anything comes of that. They might just be a loudmouth bully, too, who got what they deserved.
I mean, both things can be true.
I think everyone's back.
And,
Everybody back?
If it comes back, like Chirp will take the hit for it because Chirp's the one who did it.
No, I don't hear Steph or Ian.
Yeah, I was about to say, the parents aren't here, but I was pouring a drink.
Baby!
You can't take the blame on yourself, Chirp. That's not how. I mean,
Hey, I'm the one who attacked the guy, so, to be fair. And Chirp will, yeah, dude deserved it.
to be fair,
It was only 3 hit points. It was a nasty headache. It was, it wasn't the worst thing that could have been done.
That's like
They
what?
weren't they weren't embarrassed in public like somebody else.
That's
That-
3/4 of a commoner's hit points?
Yeah.
That 3/4 kills a normal person. 1d4 can kill a normal person.
Yep.
Hang on, Patrick, is there thunder in this music or something rumbly?
I mean, I hear rain.
Yeah.
There's rain, and
Okay.
yeah.
I hear
'Cause I keep hearing this rumbling, and I have my headphones on, so I'm not sure if it's Miles coming home from a concert, the cat's getting into something, somebody trying to break open my door.
Maybe
It's
it's
like, what?
sabotage. Maybe sabotage.
No,
is up.
seriously, it sounds like my front door. So then I call out for Miles, and nobody answers. So I'm just like, did somebody just break in?
Ooh, that's scary.
See, I'm just hearing Oblivion.
I am.
When you're trailing through Cyrodiil. Sorry, Tamriel.
No, specifically Cyrodiil. Skyrim has very different music.
Wait, is Cyrodiil the continent or is
Tamriel's
Cyrodiil-
on its Cyrodiil is the
Tamriel's the world.
Yeah, Tamriel's the world,
Oh, yeah.
Cyrodiil's the
I-
continent.
I got it backwards. I'm
No,
sorry.
Cyrodiil is the region that
It's
you
the
do Oblivion
region.
in.
That's the
Yeah.
Oblivion.
So
Skyrim-
Cyrodiil's basically the
It's the capital
country?
province. It's the capital province.
yeah, it's
Right,
like
yes.
the central region where the Empire is.
No,
But
the capital
Skyrim
is
is where Skyrim
Morrowind, and Skyrim is the name of a dragon, right?
Ian,
No. Skyrim is the
is Steph back too?
No,
thing.
she's not.
I have no follow-up on that.
No, Skyrim is clearly the name of a troll who just trolls people.
I like how I got one information wrong and everyone here got an Elder Scroll boner right over here. It's like, no, but you
Just
fuck.
in-
I'm not gonna lie. Listening to this music has made me want to re-download Oblivion.
I'm
If-
not gonna lie. I was trying to hold back my by saying that it's actually pretty crappy lore.
I am I'm sad and annoyed, and also kind of a bit relieved that they've never that they haven't released made Elder Scrolls 6.
Well, they've announced it.
Yeah,
They announced it.
they have announced it.
They
Yeah.
didn't
It has a
Well-
teaser trailer of Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Name
Tell me when-
TBD.
Sure.
Wait, I thought they had the name. I thought the name was
The eldest scroll.
the eldest.
no.
The slightly younger.
I think it's a region name, I believe.
Is it no? Is it Redguard? It's supposed to take place in the world of the lizard.
That's
The
the
lizard.
swamp area.
Argonians, the
No,
lusty Argonian
Argonians.
maid.
No, not Argonians. No, you're right. I was about to say kobolds for some reason. I'm sorry.
All,
It's
all,
either-
all I'm seeing is the Elder Scrolls 6, and I have no idea, and like nothing. At least in
I
the
thought it had like Valenwood maybe.
Valenwood. You're right.
yeah.
No, Valenwood was an expansion that got released for Elder Scrolls Online just recently.
Ah,
Oh, that's a terrible game.
Steph back.
Nope. Oh, yeah.
Well, put Cash on the mic.
I mean, come on.
It'll
that's
get us
good.
views.
I mean, as parents, it's your job to start. It's your job to start training him for this kind of shit. Come on. Redfall. Sorry, Elder Scrolls 6. Redfall.
Redfall. Where the hell?
Right? Yes. It's
Where
The
fuck
Red
is
Guards.
Redfall?
I think that's what
Oh.
happens in that fantasy novel, right? When you fall off the wall, red wall.
Yeah. So that's like the desert then.
So isn't that? Is it?
It's more like
It's the desert.
Spain, actually.
So
it's
maybe
like
some
a
desert,
European
maybe some.
Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so maybe
Spanish
maybe
Europe.
some like semi-arid or kind of like the south of Europe.
So the
Yeah.
question is,
Back.
who's the big
Yay.
bad in that? Okay, sorry. Let's get back to this.
All right. The graveyard is more like a park than a cemetery. There's a bridge near the city's gate that crosses over the river, and a short distance away, mourners, find themselves on a wide gravel path so they can actually walk quite easily to the cemetery. And you see these lovely gravel walkways wend between tall trees, well-tended beds of shrubs and flowers, sturdy mausoleums, and rows of headstones, monuments, and commemorative statues.
Oh God, muzzle the pig.
You need only a few moments before you spot a man and a woman dressed in simple, homespun gray robes, trimming shrubs and pulling weeds from between the gravestones. Clearly clerics of Kelemvor. And as you crunch up on the gravel to them, they immediately turn and with solemn faces sort of, good day, how may we assist such adventurers?
Good day, brother. We've come down from Brindle today to take a look around this fine graveyard. We've heard some disturbing rumors that there may be some kobolds, dragonborn, not myself, of course, but other dragonborn, that might be interested in something buried underneath this this graveyard, and we were hoping to maybe take a look around, maybe see if you've seen any strange scouts or strange people hanging around this place.
You see them exchange glances, and the young woman nods at you and just says, well, we've had some issues recently, but you should probably speak to Doomguide Keefe about that.
Doomguide Keefe, excellent.
would I know this person? Having been involved in the Temple of Kelemvor? Not here, but Waterdeep.
You would not know him specifically. The rest of the party should remember that name, though.
Yes, he was at the temple dedication, wasn't he?
Yes, he is the keeper of the dead here. And they point you to a small chapel, and as you again crunch across the gravel walkways, you see a man dressed in a grass-stained gray robe with twigs and leaves tangled around the frayed hem, sweeping leaves out of the simple stone chapel with a worn-out broom. And as you approach, he stops and turns with these, again, you see his sort of balding head, deep-set blue eyes, and his face kind of crinkles up as he recognizes you, and he says, well, hello there.
Brother Keefe, how's the day been so far?
The day has been calm, and it looks like the sun is shining upon me again. It is wonderful to see all of you, my friends.
Absolutely. Have we introduced you to Julius yet?
No.
And
Pleasure to meet you. I am Doom Guide Yovir Keefe.
It is nice to meet you, Doom Guide. I am Julius.
And Max will just kind of look back at Julius with the holy symbol of Kellenvor around his neck and be like, I didn't know you were a follower of Kellenvor.
You never asked.
Okay, fair enough.
How
Anyway,
there's a
may
little
I
stuff closed book
assist
to me.
you
Uh,
this afternoon?
yes. Do you remember that that bad business that that happened the other week at Neiman Gap?
Oh, indeed. And you see him smirk a little bit. I was quite happy to tell my superiors that my suspicions were correct.
Yes. Well, I hate to darken the morning sun a little bit for you, brother, but we feel that these same kobolds may be attempting to find something buried underneath this graveyard here, much like they did at the crypts in Neiman Gap.
That is interesting. We have not had any sightings of kobolds, but the other, well, I will say we have had a couple of younger brothers who've disappeared, and we thought at first they had simply left. It is not an easy life here, and it is not unheard of for new initiates who cannot accommodate the life here to simply leave. But unfortunately, this idyllic beauty of a graveyard, which is the reward for all the trials that everybody has faced in their hard life, seems to have had a few undead roaming in the crypts again.
Yeah, they'll do that.
We investigated the oldest section of the catacombs and found nothing. We then sealed it up. But I do believe that the work we have done here over the last 100 years to clear out the undead and create this landscape is again blighted.
Well, we can certainly take a look for you, see what we can do. How old was that? So there was an adventuring group that was active in the Vale a couple hundred years ago, was it?
Oh, even more recently than that, they retired and look after Prosser.
Okay, so at least
They retired like at least 20 years ago.
20 years ago. Okay, so it's not that old then. Not that long ago. That's what they were after. They in Neiman Gap, they robbed the crypt because of somebody's magic sword.
The crypt in Neiman Gap was, in fact, the crypt of a green dragon that had been polymorphed into a human. So most people believed it was a normal human crypt, but Brother Keefe had suspected that it was, in fact, a green dragon, and infiltrated underneath there. Yeah, there was an item that was stolen from the crypt.
Okay. Brother Keefe, we've heard disturbing reports that there. Have you ever heard tale of a place of magical power called a Pool of Radiance?
I have heard. of them. I did not know of any that were even nearby or even still powered.
There is a rumor that there may have been, if not currently is one, underneath this graveyard.
I have never seen any such sight of a thing.
This is why we wanted to talk to you. We don't know if any of the crypts lead down into caverns. We don't know if any of the crypts were...
Well, the catacombs are vast. And, I mean, they stretch out under the town quite extensively. There could well be areas behind the walls that lead into some of the natural caverns or even to the water. We've had areas that have flooded in the past, but I've never seen anything that would qualify as a pool.
What sort of undead are roaming around the catacombs right now?
Oh, we've seen zombies, some ghouls. That seems to be the major reports. We've had one of the lost sisters was subsequently located, partially eaten, about 6 days ago.
Yeah, okay. We'll probably want to start our search down there. We believe that whatever this group, the Claws of Tiamat, are after down there may well still be down there.
Understood. Would you care for a guide?
If a guide is available, then we'll certainly not turn one down.
He nods and yells out, "Casset! Casset!" And then a young woman, fairly plain-looking female half-elf, simple hair just tied back, completely unadorned with any sort of jewelry. Again, wearing another one of these sort of simple gray robes that has leaves and sort of twigs stuck in it. She was clearly doing some pruning. And he introduces her as Casset, who is one of our more learned new acolytes, but she has a good knowledge of the catacombs from the books and should be able to assist you. And she looks at you and a surprisingly large smiles, like, "Do you need a lantern? Can you see in the dark?"
I would need.
We've brought our own light, I think.
We do have some light, yes.
Oh, okay. And she sort of brushes herself off. And Brother Keith at that point sort of perks up and goes, "Oh, yes. By the way, for anyone who might need it, I can offer you," and he walks over to a sort of pegboard and lifts off what appear to be a couple of lenses with a kind of molded iron band around. These will allow you to see in the dark for anyone who would require it.
Well, that might be handy if we have to put out our lights for any reason.
Who can't see in the dark?
I
I
can't.
cannot.
I can't.
Most
I
of you.
got,
Yeah, most of the parties. We don't have a very Parkside-y party.
No.
Yeah,
this
I
is
got
like-
I got Bad Bay's dark vision glasses that she's letting me use.
I
yeah.
have the
Which are
Swift Float.
rethemed as eye drops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How many lenses does he have?
Just one pair.
Just one pair. Do we want to
Maybe
borrow it?
you could share
Wait, does
one
he have-
lens between the two of you.
I don't think it works like that.
What is he offering?
A pair of goggles of night.
I mean, may or may not be on my list.
I think he's just
There's a whole bunch of you that could use
Yeah,
it. so-
absolutely.
I think he's just lending us these.
No,
Well,
no. For your services, I would be happy to offer you these.
At this point now, I have to wonder when Max would be comfortable accepting payment and when he wouldn't. I'm going to have to come back with an answer for that.
When you are doing
All right.
things that are dictated by your order, you don't accept payment. When you are going above and beyond like this to help out someone, there is no reason
I
you
always-
not.
Sorry.
Sorry, what was that?
I always figure that, never take a bribe, but a meal is not a bribe.
Yeah.
Or a drink.
Well, whatever. I'll have to come up with like a hard line for myself there, for when that is, because yeah.
Max, it's fun to watch you grow. You're breaking out of your mold.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Seymour. Yeah, whatever.
Somebody who's ranged, so sure. Wait, can Chirrup stay in the dark? I can't recall.
Chirrup has the has bad
The
names.
crafted ones.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So then next range would be Haboob can see in the dark. So next range is either Julius or me.
Yeah, I'd say Seymour.
Seymour's range is going to be longer most of the time because I have control spells that I want to use that I need to get in close for.
So it sounds like Seymour's our winner.
All right. I'm
Or
I'm
you can have a roll off because multiple ones of you had it on your list.
Roll off.
I don't think it was on my list, was it?
It's not on my list.
Oh, you have
I
the
can't remember
really
what
good
it was.
invocation that you should take anyway. That's like 120 feet of dark vision.
I was thinking about changing one out, but then I lost my hat. So now I can't change it out. So let's roll off for it.
Yeah, you absolutely.
'Cause
should.
It's not on my list, and if it's on your list and you're still willing to let me have it, then I think we should roll for it.
Goggles of Night, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Just so I know
Right, I'll roll
what
for
I'm
it.
deciding to whoever wins.
I think they're yours.
Wait. Yeah, all right. You
'Cause
never
I've
know.
also gotten plenty of magic items so far, so.
Oh, the GM keeps them.
All right.
There's a 2 in 10 chance that
Yeah.
Seymour could have gotten him. Or,
What?
sorry, 2 in 20,
I
1
mean,
in 10. Yeah.
you should Ian. You should absolutely take that invocation next time you get one, though.
Oh yeah.
It's really good.
And when you hit level 8, consider taking the
Devil
invocation.
Sight, right?
Yeah, it's 120 feet and sees through magical darkness.
Yeah, consider taking the one. I think it's from Xanathar's that lets you see through walls.
There's X-ray vision. Yeah.
It lets you
That
see.
seems really annoying to handle in roll 20.
Yeah.
Yes, probably incredibly so.
All right, so Julius, are you gonna wear the goggles of night? Are you giving them to Seymour for this?
I will give them this. Yeah, I'll wear them, and I'll give Seymour the drift globe.
Okay.
So at the very least, he has light following him.
All right, now I'll be like kicking it, because it floats about waist high, right? So as Seymour's walking with it, he'll be kind of punting it forward like you do with a balloon.
Okay.
Just boop.
So Drift Globe goes to Seymour now. Got it.
How big is it? Can it fit inside my lantern?
It's the size of a beach ball.
All right. But technically indestructible because it's a magic item?
They're not indestructible.
Or close to it?
They're hard to damage.
All right. The entryway to the catacombs is through a stone structure that resembles most of the other mausoleums in the graveyard, except this one has no door, just an open archway. Inside, you see a small paved floor that opens into a wide stone staircase. And it's easy enough to make out that the stone building is newer than the steps. The walls and the roof, Cassett immediately chirps up, says, they've stood for more than 2 centuries here, but the steps are at least more than 4 times that. perhaps even 1,000 years old, and she descends down into the catacombs.
As Seymour's walking down, he'll take a quick sketch of the outside for the paper. Oh, there we go.
All right, there's the drift globe.
All right, we have light and everything.
Yeah. And so at the bottom of the stairs, Cassett steps into the main room, and you can see it opens into a large, irregularly shaped chamber. Stone ledges are carved along most of the walls. And Cassett will say, these serve as tables or viewing areas for the recently deceased. The far wall of the room is covered in a vast fresco. The painted tiles portray people from every race and walk of life, arranged with no sense of perspective or relative scale. And you can see over the year the design has suffered heavy damage from water seepage and mildew. And, Cassett, sort of points it out as something that, the artists clearly worked on it over centuries. And she'll point off through a pair of doors into here, and she's, you can see we have a couple of tables set up. This is our funerary banquet hall. Many families hold banquets here when their loved ones are interred. Mostly middle class and the wealthier families like to rent a banquet room above ground, but for the true faithful of Kelemvor, or for those more in need, we don't charge for the use of this room. And you can see it's surprisingly pleasant when considering its location. There are colored lanterns and incense burners spaced around the room, and while the tables are sort of boards laying over a pair of trestles, there are nice-looking benches for seating, and you can see there's a smaller room in the southern corner of this hall that's sealed with kind of a locked iron gate. And Cassett will say, that is where we take the bodies before we complete interring them, and you can come in occasionally as a student or an acolyte and witness some of these ceremonies so the bodies are preserved. We have areas in here that still use the old way of almost blackening the corpses and smoking them to keep them intact and from rotting away. It turns them quite black, which is really fascinating. And up ahead, around the corner, there are the crypts of the first families of Flan. They are reserved for the wealthy and powerful. You may look. Please do not remove anything from these crypts. We preserve them as best we can. And going around the corner, you can see, as the light shines in these smaller rooms, they are small crypts sealed by locked iron gates, but inside you see scenes of normal daily life, like richly dressed people seated around dining tables. A couple of them have writing desks or in luxurious chairs. You see one that is kind of a hunting scene. It is, this elf with a beautiful antique-looking crossbow in their hand. And
Which one is Seymour's grandma? Is he
Seymour's
from here?
Yeah, Seymour's grandma is off to the right. And what does her little crypt diorama look like?
It's much more Spartan than the other ones, and very severe for Kelemvor. And I'm already contradicting myself, but I'm going to make her super religious. And it's very much like a true believers type crypt. And maybe we even had her banquet down here because she was such a true believer.
All right.
And Grandma was Yeah, we don't talk about Grandma. Bye, Graham. I love you. I'll see you on the way out.
Would you like a moment, Seymour?
No, that's good. She wasn't big on pleasantries or, familial kindness.
Yeah, remember. Kindness in general.
She used to say, kill them all, and Kellenvor will sort them out. Very
Yeah,
religious
so
woman.
So you walk past all of these kind of macabre dioramas that are the literal skeletal remains of the affluent, all sort of carefully posed and interred among their favorite possessions. And you come to another staircase which descends for about 30 feet before you see a landing and then a doorway off. And Casset, happily pipes up. Off to the right is the bone pit as we go down. Well, it's interesting. We don't know really why some of the bones were thrown down here and others were put in the ossuary. But it's a little macabre, but something we have learned to live with. And you can see there's a circular pit that nearly fills this chamber, leaving only a foot-wide pathway between the edge of the pit and the wall. And the pit is filled to about 5 feet below the lip of this pit, full of humanoid bones. And this narrow walkway hugs the walls as the only passage across the chamber. You see narrow niches in the walls are filled with carefully placed bones, baubles, and other similar items. And then you can see on the far side a hallway continues, and Casset will say, on the far side is where the smoked bodies are kept. Which way would you like to go?
Well, if we're just checking for... You said your colleague or your Doom... sorry, out of character. Is it Doom Guide?
Doom Guide is the head. The others call themselves brothers or sisters.
Yes, okay, so but the Doom Guide had said that one of your sisters was sadly eaten, devoured.
Partially devoured, yes. That was not in this section. We have not explored this section of the catacombs. Yeah, that was in the older section, which we've sealed off.
Well, how big is the room around the corner? We could just send Index in to take a look.
There should be a couple of chambers. They're not terribly large. You may certainly send your familiars in.
All right, I got him.
Yeah, we may wish to check out this older section ourselves.
I just want to see within.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We're not sure how much trouble it would be to unseal this section. Has it been bricked
Ooh,
off?
what do we see over here?
Well, do either of your familiars have dark vision?
Yes,
Ghouls do in
120
fact
feet.
have dark vision.
Yeah, they both do. So coming around the first corner, the first thing you notice is an overpowering smell of wood smoke, and there's a collection of urns tucked off into one corner, and sort of a half wall running across this space. And at the far side, you see every surface is stained kind of jet black with soot, and you can see that the walls and floors here are lined with almost perfectly preserved black bodies. Black, same as the soot that stains the walls around them.
Is this just a stain on the ground?
It's hard to tell from where you are. Give me a perception check. No, as you get closer, you can see it is in fact a perfectly black body that almost appears at this point out of age to just be almost pure soot.
And what are these statues to the left?
They are what appear to be urns and then what look like little stone animals, perhaps pets.
Does
Sorry,
this look normal?
Index is staying up with Athena. I just had to go get cash.
Does this look normal, Patrick?
Well, as you come around the corner, you see these massive black braziers on the floor. You do see several corpses have been ravaged by something. They lay in the center of the room, torn apart. Flesh and bones clearly look like they have been gnawed upon by something.
Okay.
I will report that to the party. And
Index is invisible.
Well, the end.
Uh-oh.
Cassett, do you have many scavengers down here? I would imagine.
No, there should be nobody down here.
Okay.
So nobody's saying it yet, but Ghoul?
I hope not. Let's.
Would not
Well.
surprise me.
We're gonna have to go investigate this.
Athena, roll me initiative, please. As well as Index.
Index is invisible.
Index is invisible.
But Index could do something about this.
18.
Very nice.
8.
Familiar fight.
Only one of them can actually attack.
Well, I mean, Athena's just gonna fly away if she if she's either gonna get killed or fly away. That's how this works.
Come on, character sheet. You can open. There we go. All right. As your owl is hovering, one of these bodies does start to move and stand and come towards you. But Athena, you are first to act.
Which body? Is there a token associated with it?
See that
or like
one
just
start to
pointed
move.
out? Yeah, I don't want to know the stat block just by looking at the token. I just want to know like.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't see it either.
Yeah. Athena is going to. I mean, I don't think that the familiar counts as smart enough to like try and identify what kind of undead it is.
I
are
wouldn't
you not
think
looking?
so.
Are you not looking through
No.
Athena's eyes?
That's
That's what I was doing.
I never explicitly stated it, so I'm gonna say no. But Athena's gonna fly away.
Yep.
In the general direction of away.
Hang on, what's her movement speed?
Steph, you went the wrong way. They went through the bone room.
Oh, okay.
Where is it? 60 feet. So it's gonna fly down to here to be visible and still be able to see the entity.
All right.
And is gonna use her action to take the dodge action.
All right. You see a second creature start to raise itself and lumber. And through the eyes of Index, Seymour, you see more of them
And I'm narrating.
slowly start to rise and pull out of these crypts.
The smoked bodies are rising. They are coming. But looks like there are 5 of them.
They're all going to die down here.
Well, I thought we were all going to float down here.
This guy bumps into Index.
Boo! Reflex save.
Nope.
Oh my
Not
god.
a thing in this edition.
Yeah. He is going to lash out with disadvantage. That is a 16 to hit.
I believe that hits.
I take 7 slashing damage, and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
1 second. Damage, resistance, piercing, bludgeoning, cold, slashing. Is it magic?
Nope.
Is it silver?
No, it's their claws.
So 4 damage. Because its resistance is half
Well,
damage, right?
the bigger thing is, do you
Yes.
fail this save?
And become
and
paralyzed.
Is it a poison?
It is not a poison.
Is Index an elf?
Index is
No.
paralyzed. Index, the wings lock up and dunk, dunk, falls to the ground, which is going to cause this guy and this guy both to come over and attempt to claw. This is going to be straight rolls because you're still invisible, but you are now paralyzed.
And Seymour's telling everybody to get going as he, relays this horror story of Index being surrounded. They're getting him. They're going to get him.
That is a 14 to hit.
That's a hit. AC's 13.
All right, after reduction, that is 2 slashing damage. That is a 12, which does not hit.
Nice.
Just can't find him.
Yeah, this guy will... Let's see. Yeah, he could... 5, 10... He can get to there. That is a 7, however. Cannot find him. All right, that takes us to Index. End of your turn. You can give me a Constitution save. You are no longer paralyzed. Everybody else can roll into initiative.
Yay!
All right, and I say, Cassett, you might want to leave.
No, I'll stay here. I can help out. I'm not insignificant. Thank you very much.
What do you have? What skills do you have?
I believe she is a cleric.
The divine bitch slap of Kellamvor?
I'm an acolyte of Kellamvor. I can bring some divine fire.
Excellent. I like to hear this.
But first up with the rest of the group is, in fact, Molly.
Okay, so I'm not over there. I'm all the way back.
Yep, you are back facing in at the bone pit.
Okay, I am going to go around the bone pit. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Give me an acrobatics check, please. You stumble and fall into the bone pit. You get pierced by these sharp-edged bones, taking 4 piercing damage.
Ow!
And...
Oh, I slipped on some goop.
I think my traitorous uncle's in that pit.
Oh, probably. I got a pain in my ass.
Yeah, there is a loud clattering. You can stand up and continue to walk. It is difficult terrain just to climb up, but you can climb out on the other side of the pit over here without taking too much more damage.
Okay. Oh. So
that is the end of your movement.
Yep, that's the end of my movement. I will hold my action, Sacred Flame, for whatever baddie comes around the corner.
All right. Haboob of Red Sands.
Haboob is going to go in the same direction as Molly.
All right, give me an acrobatics check, please. As you deftly make your way around. I mean, this little narrow walkway is barely a foot wide, but you are able to, with your claws, easily, start moving around it. But yeah, that is your standard movement to get you where you are.
Okay, everything is darker on my side, so I.
Yeah, you are leaving your drift globe.
Okay, I thought I would be able to still see. Okay, never mind.
Do you?
The
not
walls are
have
going to
dark-
block some light.
I thought Haboob had dark vision.
Yeah, you should have some dark vision.
I.
Tabaxi don't get it.
Really?
No, they don't.
They're cats.
No, cats
Cats-
have it.
Cats don't have dark vision in 5th edition.
Why?
Don't
Really?
they? I thought cats did. Tabaxi don't.
No, it's the other way around. Tabaxi do, cats don't.
Ah.
Yeah, Tabaxi do. Okay.
That being said, 60 feet is not long on this map.
You mean Mr. Mittens doesn't see in the dark?
Remember low light vision? They don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I barely see more.
Why doesn't your token have dark vision?
I don't know.
It should.
Oh, I had that problem in my game, where every time I would drop a new token for one of you guys, it would remove all of your vision settings. But if I copy and pasted an old one, it would keep it.
All right, there you go. This is what you can see now, Haboob.
Okay, so I did successfully make way through the, not through, around the pit.
You started to.
Okay.
You've reached the edge of the pit, and I mean, you started making your way around this edge, but I mean, you have not made your way to the other side yet. You've used up your normal movement. You still have, your action or bonus action. What would you like to do?
I will be using my feline agility to double move.
All right.
And yeah, that's about it. 30 feet. And is that Athena?
That is Athena.
Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to ready my action to shoot anything that comes around the corner. That's it for me.
All right. Athena.
Athena is going to. Athena can't see Index to try and do a rescue mission, can she?
Index is invisible.
Well, you see, I would have done that, Ian. Could I have done that?
You can see these ghouls are clearly scrabbling at something on the ground, but you can't actually see anything. You see
All right.
an occasional spray of blood in the darkness.
Help action. And fly back here.
All right. It is the ghouls.
No, it'd be me. I had a crash, so I had to roll late. I got a
Oh.
17.
All right. Yep. Badme.
Okay. I would like to move here,
Mm-hmm.
pick up the drift globe, and throw it so that it is 60 feet away from Seymour.
All right.
Straight down that hallway towards
That's
Molly
what
and
I was gonna
Haboob.
do.
Yeah, but I can't see anything. I don't think I'd be able to. Actually, no, it would be there.
I
'Cause-
appreciate that because that'll tell me exactly how to
Yeah.
walk around this pit.
Exactly. I assume that would have been my action.
Yep.
So that's sort of everything I got on me right now that I can reasonably do. So that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. The ghouls.
Actually, no. I'm gonna back away to here, just to give more room for people to move about.
All right. Ghouls. Hired ghouls. This guy will shuffle back, seeing what his buddies are doing. You are still invisible.
Hired ghouls.
That is a 5, which misses. A 6, which misses. A 7. That is a 23 to hit for 3 slashing damage.
That's after reduction.
That is after reduction. I need another Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. I always forget. With inspiration, you can do it after, or you have to say before if you're going to use it?
Patrick,
Yes.
He's not invisible. He's paralyzed, which means he's incapacitated, which means
It's not
he
the
loses
invisibility spell. It's just a passive ability imps have.
The imp magically turns invisible until it attacks or until its concentration ends, as if concentrating on a spell.
Oh.
Which incapacitated causes you to lose concentration on a spell.
All right, yeah, so you are in fact... Oh, so, well, we can retcon then that Athena would be able to see him.
I think he probably also would have died. Because all the other attacks would have been made at advantage.
That is true.
And also should have crit.
That is in fact true. Yeah.
Come on,
So
give me another
with that,
chance,
that would
coach.
have
Come on,
that-
coach.
that would have been... Yeah. Unfortunately, Index is would have been wiped off the board. So we have the help action. The Drift Globe is thrown. The ghouls.
Boo, I say. Boo.
Hang on. Athena would be over here then.
Yep. It's just gonna sort of dash. All right, that takes us to Maximilian T. Justice.
Hired ghouls. All right, I'm going to attempt to pick my way across here. So that
Acrobatics
is
check, please.
Now, hold on a second. How far is this? That is 20 feet across. I do not have the strength to make that. Okay. So otherwise, I would have taken a run and jump. So, acrobatics.
Seymour almost does.
Yeah, what's the rules for running jump?
3! All right, hit me.
Ooh, 9 piercing damage as you tumble
my
into these
God.
sharp bones.
That went right through the temporary hit points.
Boned.
All right, I'll crawl out. Damn bones.
Shit, why aren't I giving temporary hit points to Index?
That's a good.
Why are you giving temporary hit points to Athena? That would multiply your hit points by 7 or by 8.
Can you give temporary hit points to somebody else's familiar?
Absolutely, it's a creature.
Creatures just have to listen.
Carl.
Yeah, but does Athena want to listen?
Yes.
All right, so we have a new plan.
Got the intelligence stat of an average tabloid reader.
It would octuple
Yeah.
Athena's survivability.
All right, so what are you doing, Max?
I think that's about it. Nobody here is particularly hurt. Molly's a little bit scratched, as am I. I don't have a good bonus action other than like shield shove, which I'm not gonna do because I like Haboob and I don't want to shove him out of the way.
All right, that takes us to Chirrup.
Even after bringing that pig?
We'll talk about the pig.
Chirrup is going to make his way forward, so I'll have to do an acrobatics roll. But could I get vision, please? Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt anyone else's stuff.
It's all good.
I do have vision, and I just got it.
That's because I had to put it on your token right away.
While you're doing vision, I'm going to be casting light on the next turn.
Why are you casting light when the drift globe is right there?
Because I am in darkness right now.
Good. That means you can't be seen.
Yeah, but I also can't see the edge of the cliff of the pit. I'm in like total darkness where I'm standing.
I mean,
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, I would only get like just into the pit. Do I still have to make the acrobatics roll if I'm ending my turn in there?
Nope. If you're right on the edge, you won't.
Yeah, that's as far as I can go without dashing forward. I will ready an action then to shoot anything nasty that comes into view with my crossbow.
All right. Seymour, you cast light.
I do. And how far is? I guess I can't jump it because it's 20 feet.
It would
And there's
be
also
very
a
difficult,
there.
especially since, Molly and Haboob are blocking where you would need to land.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I am going to make my way. I suppose across. If I go, no, I'm not gonna go. I'll just go normal speed. I guess I end there. And that's acrobatics?
Yes.
Come on.
It's a
whoever
minus
thinks it.
1.
That's right. Yeah. 13.
You successfully start edging your way around the bone pit.
Oh, and it's his back is to the wall, and his heels are to the wall. Oh, wait, there's niches there, aren't there? It's full of bones as well. I'm still...
The niches
Still
are
doing
filled with like bones, baubles, and other little items.
Yeah, still doing it. Like, back against the wall, heels against the wall, just shuffling sideways.
All right. Julius.
I mean, this is going to be real inventive, but Julie's going to move here. I can't see what the light from Seymour looks like right now. Is it hitting me if I'm here?
The top half, I can see your forehead. It's reflecting off his forehead.
It's so shiny.
Yeah. Got to wipe the
Uh,
oil off that.
Julius, did you stick your head in the ball o' shino?
No, it is reflective because my skin is like a frog's. I don't have line of sight on that, do I? Nope.
No, not at all.
I'm just gonna ready a firebolt then, and hope that I'm not seen enough to maybe have advantage.
Man, this first go
Just
around.
glaring at Seymour as he's lit up the dark area we could have shot from.
I can't see you.
I think these
Alright.
Go look at the other direction.
Top of the round, that takes us to Molly.
Okay, I'm going to. You know what? This is a good distance. I don't want to get right in front of their faces.
You're blocking the walkway.
I'm blocking the walkway. All right, so I'll go up 5 feet. Am I not blocking the walkway now?
I mean, less so, but...
Everybody's going to be blocking the walkway. It's a 10-foot hallway.
Yeah, I can't really do anything. I'm going to hold my action again because I know these things are coming. I'm going to hold Sacred Flame for right now.
All right. Haboob.
Okay, need to start making way for everyone to come through, so I am... Oh.
Climb up.
I want to do that, but I barely see something at the edge. Is that... Am I able to make out what that is? At the corner?
No, you have no idea.
No idea.
Seymour was narrating when Index was devoured. So, you know, there's at least ghoulie-type zombie barbecue things.
Okay, so just another question. How high is the ceiling?
About 12 feet high.
Okay, I will climb up all the way to the ceiling. And that's 10 feet, 12 feet right there.
Yeah, and, these walls are surprisingly nicely decorated. There are intricate kind of designs etched into them. This doesn't feel like you're walking through a mine shaft or anything like that. It was well made.
Okay, I do see a couple of things just around the corner. Okay, so if I let go, I'm pretty much gonna hurt hitting the floor. Otherwise, I climb down. Yeah, I'm gonna climb down again,
Okay.
and I think I have enough movement left. I am going to shoot at that thing that's just around the corner. I don't know if I'm
Okay.
gonna make it. Just want to check. Barely make it through.
Yeah,
Not bad.
you fire and you just catch the edge of one of their shoulders, and you just hear. And
Was that the one the help action was on?
Nope.
Seven pierce.
All right.
That's it for me. That's it.
Athena.
Second verse, same as every other one. Athena is going to fly here.
That's 8 damage because you get +1 to damage on that as well, I believe.
Help action.
All right.
Fly away, this time behind people. I mean, she went as far as she could last time. And that'll be it for Athena.
All right. Padme.
So I'm hearing attacks going off. Julius appears to not be moving, which is fine. I'm going to just move up to here. I will hold an action to cast Firebolt on the first enemy I see.
All right. And almost immediately coming around the corner, so held actions go off. Julius, you're... Actually, Molly, your held action goes off. No, Julius goes off first because it was from last round, as does Chirrups. Both of those hit.
That was not mine, the first one.
And then mine would go
That was
off, right?
Batman. This
Correct.
is mine.
That is yours. All right. Ooh.
Oh, shit! Julius!
Yeah, in a full, couple of firebolts, just sort of one strikes and this pitch black body goes up, and then this white radiant energy sprays down atop it as Chirrup's crossbow bolt strikes, and that is enough to fell that one. But unfortunately, coming around the corner are a couple more.
Oh boy.
And so first one is going to claw at you, Molly. That is a 16 to hit. For
Yep, that's my AC.
5 slashing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw, please. You are not paralyzed. Haboom.
Huzzah!
That
Who's an elf here?
I'm a half elf.
Nobody. Oh.
Oh, well, then you're fine.
Well, I mean, we don't know that necessarily.
Haboob, that is a 19 to hit for 4 slashing damage, and give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Ow. Okay. Can't save. And I'm paralyzed.
You are paralyzed.
Remember your temporary hit points?
Oh yeah. Whoops.
Hey, if it
All
doesn't
of you
get through
too.
the temporary hit points, does it count? Actually, it still counts.
My temporary hit points avoid it.
Coming around and coming after Haboob. That is actually a critical hit for 13 slashing damage.
So temp hit points are all gone. So yeah, ouch.
Maximilian T. Justice.
I would make the cloak billow in the non-existent breeze, but I have other things to do with my bonus actions. All right, I'm gonna
Give me an acrobatics check as you continue walking around that passageway.
God damn it! All right,
You fall, getting a little too excited, taking 8 piercing damage.
God. Okay. There's too many dead things around here, and too many things that need to be dead again. Okay, so, actually, do I feel if I stand here before I get to Haboob that I could spray these guys and not hit Haboob?
No. Haboob is paralyzed and right in front of you, so
Okay.
to avoid him, you would.
Yeah,
You would not be able to. Yeah.
All right, I will swap places with him. Pardon me. Excuse me. Then I'm going to start hitting.
How do you swap places with him?
Is that a? He's standing, right?
He is. That is a
Okay.
very specific ability to swap places with
Yeah.
someone.
All right.
The goblin thing.
All right. I'll just start cutting my way in this way then.
All right.
there's a
You
fighter
can definitely get
battle
that
maneuver
way.
to do
Yeah,
it.
it's a battle master maneuver.
All right. So, ice pick.
13 hits for nice 7 piercing and 3 cold.
Okay.
So yeah, you stab in and you start to see a little ice forming on these wounds.
Yeah, he also gets 3d8.
3d8.
3d8 damage. So yeah, he takes 13 more radiant damage.
23 damage total. So yeah, so you stab in and there's this sort of puff of soot and then the ice crackles and then this blast of radiant energy is enough to one-shot this guy.
Excellent. I will then step over him, and as a bonus action, I will use my shield to shove the one that the drift globe is over.
All right.
That's just an athletics check, right?
Correct.
All right, 18.
Yeah, that beats their 14.
Excellent, and I would like to shove him prone.
Oh, we have sight from the drift globe, Patrick.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to move it to get him out of the way.
I can
'cause
see the
I need
void.
I need to get. There we go. All right, he is now knocked to the ground. That takes us to Chirp. So you can see clearly this guy who is behind a paralyzed Haboob. And you've just watched Maximilian blast one of them with some radiant damage from his short sword. And then there's a loud sort of clang as he smacks one of the other ghouls to the ground.
Is Athena up in the sky? Can I kind of like stand underneath her, or no?
Yeah, you can get underneath her. I would assume Athena's up very near the roof.
And Athena's tiny anyway.
That's what I figured. So this one is prone, you said?
Yes.
All right, I will fire at him with advantage.
Prone is disadvantage
Oh, right. 'cause
for
it's
range.
range.
So this guy, you would
Alright,
have a normal
Other
attack
guy
on.
then. Other
Okay.
guy then. But where did it go? There it is. Trach.
15 hits.
Then I'll
the-
circle around and stand under Athena, and that's my turn.
All right, give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, even though I'm sticking to the edge, I thought.
Oh yeah, the whole edge is only 1 foot around. It's getting around the edge that causes
They just-
trouble.
Yeah, they just keep failing the edge check.
My apologies, I misunderstood.
You're fine. You
Tiptoe
tippy-toe just zip around without issue.
Tiptoe through the corpses.
Seymour, you are brightly lit, so you can see this one is prone under the drift globe, and this guy is standing in front of a paralyzed Haboob.
All right. Well, now that I'm seeing a bunch of them come around the corner, and I know how many there are, Seymour's not going to push his luck, and he's going to start shimmying on back. Shimmying on back.
All right, give me an
5,
acrobatics check.
10. Yeah, that was coming either way.
You're fine.
Yep, just shimmy on back. Shimmy on back. And it's advantage if I shoot somebody who's prone.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. So then I will shoot the one that isn't prone.
All right.
Give him some bad news. Oh, it's a new day. Let's hex him too.
It's
Uh,
a new day.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of cover hiding behind a paralyzed taboo, but he has been shot by Chirrup.
All right, so that's probably a miss.
An 8 is absolutely a miss.
And the hex to his. Oh, what should I do with them? What's good for these guys?
Well, you've seen that Max is smacking him to the ground with athletics.
All right, so strength.
All right. Julius.
Seymour has brought the light back to us again, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
You are in bright light.
Seymour, it would be advantageous if we were not visible to the opponents. And Julius is going to take a firebolt at this gentleman.
All right.
Oh no!
That is a critical failure. Roll me a d20, please.
You know, Ian, that would have been a 19 if we were in the dark.
Yeah, I'll bet you some more.
18, Patrick.
18. Okay, that is equipment.
You set your pants on.
Roll a d10, please.
Isn't he wearing a robe?
Yes.
So no pants.
That's even more unfortunate.
Yeah, you stumble and fall onto these stairs, luckily taking no damage but hurting your pride.
I saw that.
Stand back up and get ready to shoot the next one.
Yeah, and Cassett just sort of looks at you and you see her hands circle in a way you've seen Molly do, and she just says, "That's why I put my faith in the divine energies, not the magical," and calls down a sacred flame on this guy who is prone. Jesus. Double 17s, he makes it. So no damage. And she just kind of looks at you, Julius, and shrugs.
Happens to the best of us.
And that'll take us to the top of the round, but it's 10:07, so that's where we're going to end it for the night.
Woo.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Cashy was getting cranky, so thanks. I'm going to end the stream. I would like to thank Jingo at the Ship of Fools and Martin and Martian Cat for watching. Please go check out their channels. We will catch you next week. Bye-bye.